Gotta do sound check. Great man is on. You gotta get on, guys. You gotta join the show. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to Voice of Sinoe. Let me see what we got here for sound check. Let's verify our sound here before we get the show on our way. Let's do a sound check here quickly. Let's do sound check. All right. Good man is on. You gotta get on, guys. You gotta join the show. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. All right. Our sound looks good here. It looks good. All right, yo. How you doing, American? Hey, Mr. Grisby, what's up? How you doing? All right, let's get our entertainment here. We'll be right back with more on the platform, Voice of Sinoe. It's a beautiful show tonight. Let me see. Let me put my banner here quickly. Let me put that out there, and I will go to my music. I love my music.
Hello to all my fans around the world. My name is Marie Nyenambo, the queen of traditional music. The only thing I want you to do to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on WhatsApp, I'm on Amo. Just subscribe to my channel. Promote me, my fans. Subscribe to my channel.
Subscribe, guys. Thank you.
national cheerleading. Basi konji aple chiko nini aple bosu ko ya wiali. Andrew Sua. Mr. Samwe. Tabela ne. Debe jibwe. Kenanune. Blabla juwe wade. Blabla juwe serane. Nese juwe wade. Jeje pole serane. Eba jeje pole lu. Umumunde po. Eba blabla bluweja. Umumunde po.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to all of you, wherever you are around the world, following the voice of Sinoe in the diaspora with Dark Side, for the esoteric. It is always a wonderful thing to be here with you, to have a conversation with you, to keep you abreast of what is unfolding, at least in the diaspora, what is going on here in Sinoe County. After all, this is the voice of Sinoe, so we give you the Sinoe communities around the world, in the United States and in Liberia. So again, those that are following, want to say thank you. Please share as you join the show. We are also on YouTube. You can also follow us from there. Just put Madison Freeman, and you will be watching us on your big screen TV. Madam President, how are you? Welcome aboard. Peter David, how are you? Yo, it's a Pata. I should say that name right. Pata David. And Mr. Panto, how are you? Welcome aboard. Those that are following, if I'm not seeing you, I can call your name. So don't say, oh, the man is not recognizing me. Good job. Okay. Hello, Mr. SG. How are you? The Cleopatra herself is following. Mr. James Panto dead. Okay, so those are some of the comments that are coming in right now. Delaware Valley Chapter, our VP, welcome aboard. Mr. Mason Toba, welcome to the platform. Okay, what do we have for you? Let me go to my agenda here. Let me set my device up here to monitor my phone from this angle. All right, Mr. Jackson Williams, how are you, buddy? Welcome aboard. All right, so how is it like tonight on the Voice of Sinoe website? What do I have on the platform, or at least on the agenda for tonight? The information up there already. But we usually ask the question, what is in the factual room of VOSD, Voice of Sinoe? Jason Moreau, welcome aboard. That's a new name for me. Welcome aboard, buddy. Mr. Cody Morris, welcome aboard to the Voice of Sinoe. The host of the Support Nation is following. Let's see. Watching you live from Tubman Bird, Bowman County. Okay, all right. Welcome aboard, brother. Okay, so on the agenda tonight, let me give you our line, and hopefully, I think I'm going to have an impromptu guest. Let's see how it plays out. But I'm also having an impromptu guest. So what that means is it is not planned, so the person will just appear. That's why hopefully the person will request. I think I sent the link already. So hopefully when the person gets backstage, I will let you know. who that person is. But for now, we're going to keep the name of the impromptu guest classified. All right. So on the Voice of Sinoe tonight, so we asked the question, what is in the factual room of VOSD? And we have two rooms again, the speculation room and the factual room. And so the information that I'm about to put out to you tonight, they are all coming from the factual room. So if I have something while I'm on, when something comes in from the, it comes in that is a speculation, we'll put it in the speculation room. All right, so the first thing here, I will just do a shout out to my daughter. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. So we say happy birthday to Faith Freeman. We're together when I went to Liberia. She's growing, so the girls are growing so fast. And then the next thing I'll be looking at the press release from Florida chapter. We're going to be looking at that communication in detail. The other day, the former president was on, and we didn't go into the detail of that. So we'll go into that. And also, we'll just put this quick info out there. Our daughter, the daughter of Minister Ojukwu Nyepa, his daughter will be graduating. So we'll give you some information. She'll be graduating from high school. And they are having a little celebration for the little girl in June. So we'll put out the information to you shortly. Also, on the Voice of Sinoe, we'll be looking at, I think I played the statement the other time, but I will break down the statement. I told you that I'm going to be back here to give you the political potential candidates for 2023 Sinoe County. Madam Carlor Shekpeh, she made an announcement the other day that she will be part. So I called out Madam Carlor Shekpeh through herself in the political mud of Sinoe County ED3. All right, we'll go into that in a jiffy. And also I have here on the platform tonight, former President Geleo condemned James Nyonteh, but refused to condemn Lisa Farley. All right, we'll go into that shortly. Next, I call this the implosion of the Geleo'S chaotic administration. The implosion of the Geleo'S chaotic administration. Vice President Gus Tarphen resigned. Wow. That's a breaking news where they actually kept it, but we'll bring it before we discuss it in detail. Where we'll bring the breaking news to you. And also I have here former President Geleo mandates his unconstitutional Electoral Commission to select the venue of 2023 or 2021 convention and vouched to implement all projects earmarked. Okay, former President Geleo mandates his unconstitutional Electoral Commission to select the venue of 2021 convention and vouched to implement all projects earmarked. All right, that's something we're going to be talking about on the Voice of Sinoe. And then also we'll be looking at quickly His Excellency George Weah addresses the people of Sinoe County. Let me get that type. There's a typo over there. Hopefully it's I'm not having optical illusion. Okay, that's right. His Excellency George Weah addresses the people of Sinoe County. And so we'll listen to an excerpt of the president's speech, and we'll see, you're going to see what the president wants to do for the people of Sinoe County. All right, let's quickly go to my daughter here. Let's do the birthday shout out first. Esoteric first. So yes, I say happy birthday to my daughter, and yeah, he's of image right here. Let me put that image out. I'm pretty, you know what I'm saying? So all my children are pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like it or not. All right, so that's an exoteric daughter right there. Her name is Faith Freeman. Her other name is Ruth. Ruth celebrated her 22nd birthday yesterday. So Ruth, Daddy, I'm very happy. You guys are doing great. I was in Liberia the other time, and we had a beautiful time together. I can't wait to see you guys again. But I want to say it on behalf of the family, your siblings, grandma, everybody else who want to say it. Happy belated birthday to you. I didn't have a show yesterday, and so that's why I didn't acknowledge you, and I didn't have the time to write a post on Facebook. But I talked to you. But yeah, keep up the good work. She's in college in Liberia. She wants to be a lawyer. So she's studying law in Liberia. And so Ruth, keep on the wonderful job. Daddy is here to give you, the family is here, everyone. We're here to give you the support that you need to succeed. That's another picture of Ruth over there. Yeah, she's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so that's her again. All right, that's it, baby. I love you. Enjoy your big day again. 22nd birthday. I wish I was 22, but I passed that stage already. It's my daughter. All right, so let's leave that for now. And that's Ruth. Faith also. Ruth is the name my father gave her. And I call Faith. All right, so let's do a shout out to the little. So the daughter of the minister Ojukwu Yimpan will be graduating pretty soon. So that's the little girl right here. Her name is Devena. Hopefully I call her name Yimpan. Devena will be celebrating a graduation, the graduation ceremony, and those are some of the functions that I like to. 1 second, God, 1 second.
If it is only one person. Okay, I'm here in the presence of faith.
So that's Devena Yimpan celebrating your birthday pretty soon. We want to say happy birthday to her as well. I'm getting a communication from the president here, Agnes Donaldson, also is celebrating her birthday today. So we also want to say happy birthday to the young lady. I didn't see the communication, and that's why I didn't see the notification. But next show, we're going to acknowledge that young lady. You understand she's going to be a part of the incoming administration of the USAA. So let me read the information here quickly for you for the little girl. So it's the June the 12th will be that's Nalos Rum Pike, and that's in Upper Darby, and that's when the celebration will be held. So you are all welcome to be part. These young kids, given what is going on currently in the union. My hope is now in these young people, because I'm quite sure they will contradict what is going on right now. So I like to support them. I like to be a part of their functions, to give my little advice to them, so that they can deviate from the current culture. So we'll be there to support you. We want to say a big kudos to the parents, Deputy and Minister Ojukwu, for supporting our daughter to reach this far. That's what us parents. That's one of our major responsibilities to take care of our offspring. And so you did a great job. This is a significant milestone for the little girl to complete high school. America. Once the children get a high school education, college is easy because the people give them solid foundation. So they don't struggle. All right, so that's Devena Yimpan, where a graduation ceremony is coming up, and we are inviting the family, headed by the wife, Deputy. They're inviting everybody. Of course, gifts allow monetary or non-monetary gifts will be encouraged. All right, let's see. Let's go to something else here. Let's bring that image down for you. Great. I think that's the preliminary for tonight. Let me get to the next thing here that I want to talk about on the Voice of Sinoe. All right, let's get to this press release from the Florida chapter, the chapter that will be hosting the 2021 convention in August. So You have to understand the Florida chapter is the legitimate chapter that is hosting this year convention. Again, you have to understand the United Sapota Association does not work in vacuum. We have a working instrument, which we call the Constitution. And so the Constitution mandates that every year we convene. And so in 2019, we convened in North Dakota, and a beautiful convention was held over there. From the beginning, it was a little rough, but eventually we came to a conclusion. And so after everything, as is the culture of the organization, at the barbecue, chapters will come up, those that want to host the next convention. And so in keeping with that, Minnesota came up. They said they wanted to host the convention. Casey Wiley, and then the president of the Florida chapter, Mr. Brown, also came up. They said they want to host the convention. The Constitution requires that, if you read the Constitution, it requires that, it says that the convention should be rotational. You know, but the 2016 convention, something went wrong there. You know, some people, they wanted this guy who now is causing chaos in the union. They were so desperate to make this man president. And so they hijacked the Constitution, because the Constitution requires that it should be rotational. And he said we should vote on it. And so the guys, they hijacked that. So as a result, we went to, because it was the General Assembly. So whatever decision that is made at the General Assembly becomes the culture, becomes the law of the organization. So because the rotational process was changed in Florida 2016. So now the next thing to avoid commotion, the people say, okay, moving forward, we'll be putting it on the floor. Whichever chapter wants to host the convention or chapters, they have to vote. If there is no no contending forces, then whatever chapter that will come forward will be the host of that convention. So against that background, in 2019, in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Florida went to the ballot box which chapter should host the convention, and Minnesota was relegated. And so the decision, because last year convention, okay, because of the COVID, the convention did not go on. And so now the virus, we have a vaccine for AIDS, and all restrictions have been lifted. And so you have to understand, if you read a Constitution, it says that the decision of the General Assembly is binding on all. So when something is binding, you can't do without it. You have to enforce that. You have to obey the Constitution. And so anything contrary, if we do not fulfill the mandate of the people from 2019, that means we are disobeying our Constitution. And we are in the era of DIASPORA. I am a constitutionalist. And so I will insist that we obey the Constitution. And so in keeping with that, the members, overwhelmingly, majority of the members in the union, as far as we are concerned, they are going to Florida. Few people will be incensed. They will be angry. Oh, because I'll play some audio. Some people will say, "Are not going to Florida? Are not going to?" If you don't go, okay, you are disobeying the injunction of the General Assembly. That's what you are doing. That's nothing. So if you don't want to emphasize that, you have the free will to stay. You are not on a mandatory injunction. It's just that we have, as a union, you know, every organization has a law. So if you want to go, come, fine. If you want to go somewhere else or you want to stay home, it's up to you. But in keeping with the Constitution, we are going to Florida. Nobody is hurting anybody yet. The fact that we disagree on certain things, it doesn't mean the United Sapota Association is divided. We are divided ideologically. Okay, we disagree. The Republicans and the Democrats, they don't agree on everything. Does that mean America is divided? No. So we fundamentally disagree with the former president and his team. So now, the Constitution of the United Sapota Association, it provides that. I mean, give you, because I don't like to talk without backing here. Let's look at the Constitution. I want to look at something under the General Assembly quickly here. Okay? Quickly. Let me look at the General Assembly. for you. I just wanted to read something. So it says here, let me see something I want to play here. I don't want to read the whole thing here. All powers and authority of the association shall be vested in the General Assembly. Membership sitting in convention. That's Article 12 of the Constitution. Okay, that's what I'm reading. Article 12, Section 1. All powers and authority of the association shall be vested in the General Assembly. Members sitting in convention. So again, last year in 2019, okay, it was agreed that all members next convention should go to Florida, right? Right. There's something I want to read to us here. The General Assembly shall be the highest and final decision-making body of the association. All decisions of the body shall be binding. I'm reading Article 12, Section 1, Section 2 of the Constitution, Article 2, Section 2. That's what I'm reading right now. The General Assembly shall be the highest decision-making body, or the highest and final decision. Highest and final, okay? Making body of the association. All decisions of the body shall be binding on all members. All members. It didn't say some members, okay? All members and chapters of the association, including the chapter. So any chapter in the union that whose president does not show up at the convention in Florida, you are disobeying the Constitution. Okay? All members of the General Assembly shall comprise of all due-paying members of the association. 3 says, it shall have the power to conduct election every 2 years. Okay, this one a little bit antiquated. This portion, they didn't put the new clause there, but it will be 3 years now. All right? Every 3 years. So we say that for members of the National Board of Directors and members of the National Executive Committee. You got to understand this provision was amended. The Board of Directors now they go for 4 years, and then the executive they go for 3 years, according to our Constitution. Okay, at National Convention, it shall also meet once a year to review. Let me read 4. It shall have the power to impeach, replace, and or expel any elected officer or member whose action and all character runs contrary to the progress of the association. Okay, that's your Constitution talking here. There are certain members whose action run contrary, all right, to this document here. So Florida, we have to make the call. Certain people got to be impeached or they got to be expelled from the organization. All right, I'm coming to the press release. All right, I just want to show you something quickly here. So it says here, let me read that. It shall have the power to impeach, replace, suspend, or expel any elected officer or member whose action and all character runs contrary to the progress of the association, such as, but not limited to, disorderly conduct, spreading of malicious lies with the intent to cause disunity in the organization, etc. Subversion of constituted authority, embezzlement, and misappropriation of the association's funds and all properties. Okay, so all these things, they apply to the former president's team. We have allegations of embezzlement and those things going on. Going into the account without the approval of the board of directors, it amounts to embezzlement. And so we want to make sure that these people, those that contravene, there are people that just go in the account and take money without following the chain of command in the Constitution. That amounts to embezzlement. We approve money, $10,000 to give funds or help to our people in the middle of the COVID-19. If you don't give the money or the relief package or the money to the people in Liberia, and you don't make financial report what has become of the money, that is tantamount to corruption. You have to face the people according to the Constitution. And so these are things we do. People will say, oh, that guy wants to divide it. No, we have to follow the laws. The law is telling us that embezzlement, subversion of constitutional authority. This guy is subverting our Constitution here. You will say, oh, somebody, I can hear somebody say that they both try to subvert the power of the president. No, that's not what they call subversion. Unless you don't believe in what said Sinoe, what Andrew Weah, Robert Tuba, they document their own words. If they don't believe in their constitution, then of course, the constitution, the guys give what they say the president has 3 years to serve. And that's what Sinoe said, and that's what Andrew Suwa said, and that's what Robert Tuba said. So these guys, what they are doing right now, they're not arguing with the board of directors. They are arguing with their own words, the thing they put in their own document, their own words. So the guys are arguing with their own self. How is it that you wrote your own document? The president empower you to write the constitution, and then you give her the language and you say no, and you get it both 4 years. You get the president 3 years, and you say when the board of directors, when their successors are not elected, they should remain in power. Their tenure should be extended. But then you say no, the board of directors and the president, they're tied over together. Okay, you know what? Why should we respect you if you don't want to respect your own words, or you don't want to obey your words that you put on paper? Why should we respect you? Okay, so there's something I want to read here. It shall make final and binding decisions on all pending disputes. This is the one I wanted to read. So those that have problem right now, the executive and the board, if there is an issue, the Constitution of the United States Association says, Section 12, Article 12, Section 5. It says here, let me read it slowly to you. They say, it's talking about the General Assembly. It shall make final and binding decisions on all pending disputes. Okay, pending disputes. When you say dispute, that means you are arguing, you disagree on something, you are making power. Okay, and those things. So this says it shall make final and binding decisions on all pending disputes between the National Board of Directors and the National Executive Committee. Okay, so if President Geleo, or should I say former president, but I still call him president. Again, it's not wrong to call the man president. So don't say, oh, the man calling the man is our president. We will acknowledge that. So if Geleo has issue right now, there is a deadlock, there is an impasse, there is a stalemate between the two bodies. The Constitution says the two bodies should come to the convention, to the General Assembly. The General Assembly will make the final decision. They will reconcile the two things. Okay? That's what the Constitution says there. It shall make the General Assembly, it shall make final and binding decisions on all pending disputes between the National Board of Directors and the National Executive Committee. Right now we have a dispute. Let Geleo come to Florida. President Geleo got to come to Florida with a team. Chairman ESOTERIC got to come to Florida with his team and let it come and face us. We now are the arbiter. We not, because the two of them they couldn't settle their dispute. We called the elders. The board cooperated with the elders. The president said, I don't care for the elders. I don't get no respect for those people. And so now, saying the president refused to listen to the board of directors, the president refused to listen to the elders. Now he has to come and face in us. We, the General Assembly, per our Constitution, we will make the call on the dispute between the two guys. So you come, you present your case, the board will present a case, and we'll make the final call. Final. It says final and binding decisions. So we will make the call. Come to Florida. America is a nation of law. And not just a nation of law, it's a nation of laws that are enforced. The people don't play with their laws there. So when you come to Florida, nobody going to come and jump on you. All right? No. We disagree fundamentally. But we do so intellectually. We propound the ideas. We make the argument from the Constitution. All you guys have been doing is to say, oh, the elder council said. Then when you tell the right, say, I'm following the elder council. Okay, you start the same people and you disrespect the people. They insulted the people. No. So the Green Geleo and his team, they have not given us one provision in their own document. The document that Andrew Suwa wrote, the document that Sinoe wrote, the document that Robert Tuba wrote, They cannot cite one provision in their own document that backs them up. But they say the board is wrong. They cite the elders, and the elders say, yeah, recommendation, we're not listening to you. But they say the elders say we should stay in power until the COVID-19 over. The elders are not above the Constitution. Did the board blunder somewhere? Yes, they blunder. And we make the same call here. I told the board of directors of the United States Association, if you turn your back on the Constitution and you go and follow the broker deal of the board of directors, you will be making a profound and fundamental mistake. The guy did not listen to the voice of the wise man. Now, Green Code Geleo, you will tell the elders say, the provision for Iowa says, North Dakota. They will cite the resolution for North Dakota. They will say, it cancels everybody out. But the same resolution from North Dakota says everybody should go to Florida. But the guys don't want to go to Florida, but they want to follow North Dakota injunction, the resolution from there. What sort of contradiction is that? What sort of contradiction is that? You cherry pick, you take the one you like, and you throw the other one you don't like, and you throw it away. And you want from that side, you put a be here for that thing to go? I am here to expose the injustice that you have inflicted on the people of the Sapo land. Green Code Geleo, you don't like it? But I'm going to say, it is unjust to cherry pick. You said the resolution from North Dakota says that all the board and the executive should go to election in Florida. You obeying that provision, the resolution. But now the same one of the resolutions from North Dakota also says that the next convention should go to Florida. Green Code Geleo and his people are now saying, no, we are not going to Florida. We're not going there. But they follow. So these guys, they are discombobulated. They are confused profoundly. They don't know what to do. So they are all over the place. And the sage, I will continue to bash you guys morally until you get back on the right track. Come to North Dakota. Not North Dakota, but Florida. And come and face in the General Assembly. So we can make the call who is wrong and who is right. When we make the call, if you want to throw your tender, that's fine. But we are the judges now. Send the two bodies, you guys cannot come to one conclusion. We will make the call. Now, let me look at the press release from Florida. Legitimate chapter that's supposed to host the year convention. Until the mandate of the General Assembly comes to fruition, it stands. We cannot do without the decision of the General Assembly. Now, yes, the communication from Florida with respect to the convention that is coming up. So if you're on the moral vibration of dark side, you put the esoteric, my voice, all those that are trying to take the convention to another area, they are doing their own thing. And besides that, the guys will be doing everything wrong, because if you go in our account and take money, you have already disbursed $4,000 in keeping with the Constitution for the Florida chapter to host this year convention. If you go back and take our money, that's another embezzlement. Then you are complicating situation for yourself. Yes, you cannot. Maybe you go have a fundraiser to finance the convention. You cannot go in our account. You have already sent $4,000 to Florida. You can't take another $4,000 to rent a hall and go to wherever direction or location that you want to go. Yes. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, Dr. King said. And so the injustice that Green Geleo continued to inflict on the people because of his ego. You can't talk about the people, they overthrew you when you were in Liberia. Your time over. The Constitution overthrew you. That's your own document. That's Levi's words. The Andrew Sua words. Those are words of your publicity man who is now on Facebook and gallivanting. Robert Tuba, the man who couldn't write anything when you were in Liberia. When it comes to commotion, when it comes to plow, making any red, they write the automatic. We'll go to court. Who are you going to threaten with court? If you go to court, you don't have what provision in the Constitution to back your case. They will ask you for which document do you operate by? You presented the Constitution. What the Constitution says. You think other elder consulting or resolution for Florida, whatever, you don't put in the document, the people will go on for those things? No. The people are looking at your bylaws and constitution. And then when the decision will be made. So if you threaten somebody with court case, you are just going there to pay the man free money or the lawyers free money. You get extra money. Don't go in your account and take your money to pay lawyer though. It will be that's another investment. All right. Then you are compounding the stealing. Yes. So you go let Robert Tuba raise money to take you out of court. You can't obey. Oh, where is he put in the constitution? Let me see the author of the constitution. The author, they said they put the point in here. I'm making it here. Let me read the guys. I put it. So that be Sinoe, Secretary General. That's what they wrote it here. Yes. Yeah, they got all of their names listed on it. Then they can't talk about the constitution, the people overthrow the constitution. Who was the put the book in the document that will overthrow you? And they say the book overthrow you. All right, let's look at the press release from Florida. All right. So, by the way, if you don't know, the leader of Florida chapter here, who is hosting the year convention, let's put the image out there for you, and we'll go to something here quickly. Where is Mr. A great man? The man is ready for the people. You see the man in a tuxedo already? You're not joking. That man is not joking. The president of Florida, Samson Brown. So this is what the leadership from Florida, there's the communication they put out for us. I think I also have it. Let me put it on the screen there for you too. But I think I want to leave the president image that I'll read it from my end here. This is what it says. Florida. It was written. I'll take this and make it a little bigger. I think I should leave it in your order. So United Support Association in the Americas, Florida chapter. I need to put and make a point over there. Let me do something here quickly. I need to put the image out there of the communication while the president is also there. Okay, so that's the communication there. I want to put it there. So it says, you see there, the guys, they got letterhead, everything. Our former national president, you just go up, people read it, no letterhead, nothing. The guys, he doesn't know professional ethics. Every domain has its own way of doing things. Okay, so the president wrote here, the press release from Florida chapter. It was dated April the 28th. That's 2021. Press release. It says here, Jacksonville, Florida. In order to clean, my eyes are terrible, guys. Sorry. Let me see what I can make it bigger from the angle. In order to clear any doubt, listen to that the people talking, the people that are hosting the convention. In order to clear any doubt surrounding the hosting of the 2021 convention of the United Support Association in the Americas, USA, scheduled to be held in Jacksonville, Florida in August 2021. The USAA's Florida chapter is pleased to inform the public and the Support people that the Florida chapter of the USAA is ready to host the 2021 convention. The Florida chapter is ready. Okay, they don't say we are vacillating. They don't say we are discombobulated. They don't say we are suffering from indecision. We are ready. So they are speaking positively with confidence. Okay, they want to say the communication, the decision to host the next convention was reached during the last convention in North Dakota by the General Assembly of USAA in its annual sitting, thereby mandating the Florida chapter to play host to the next convention. The 2020 convention of the USAA was thwarted due to the pandemic, but now the things are opening around the country, and no restrictions own gatherings in Florida. The chapter is in full readiness to host the postponed 2020 USAA's convention. Per the arrangements concluded by the host chapter, sorry guys, a little small, and I'm struggling to read it here. Per the arrangements concluded by the host chapter, the official dates for the 2020 convention will run from Thursday, okay, from Thursday, August 5th, 2020, through Sunday, August 8th, 2021. Sorry, guys, let me read that again. Per the arrangements concluded by the host chapter, the official dates for the 2021 convention will run from Thursday, August 5th, 2021, through Sunday, August 8th, 2021. Moreover, below is the location address for the convention hall. And so they put all the information over there for you. Saying, I mean, my eyes are terrible, guys. Say Ephraim Sarek, a Catholic church, they get everything over there, the address. Okay, so that's the communication here, and then let me put so you can see the people John Hancock's over there for you, the signature. So you want to say, meanwhile, the Florida chapter is appealing to all those who make voluntary pledges during the last convention in North Dakota towards the hosting of the convention in Florida to kindly make good their pledges as the 2021 convention draws near. Also, some designated officials of the chapter will be contacting the individuals who pledged to contribute for the hosting of the convention in Florida so as to collect the pledges. Okay? Thank you in advance for your kind assistance for the hosting of the 2021 convention. Thanks, Florida chapter of the United Cyprus Association in Americas. Approved by the Honorable President. Let me bring the Honorable President in. The man he has a beautiful signature. Powerful too. Let me get the president here. So that's the Florida chapter's president there, Mr. Brown. So it was approved by Sampson K. Brown, President USAA's Florida chapter. It was attested by the Honorable President, the former president of our union, Obaku, who is a member of the board, Obaku T. Yuma, member of the National Board of Directors, USA, for the Florida chapter. Okay? And so that's the information, the press release from Florida convention. So all the information is out there for you now. Beginning they say the 5th to the 8th of August. Those are the dates. Mark your calendar from the 5th to the 8th August 2021. Meet Dax Ayopo there in Florida. I'll be there to, so now I can make some of you vex. Behind the microphone, somebody will tell me when the guy is behind the microphone, you'll be totally different person. But in person, he's homo, he's kind, and all that. So I'll be there. Those that are angry right now, I'll be there in Florida to propitiate all of you, to talk to you, to calm you down, to mollify. New word for you, mollify. M-O-L-L-I-F-Y. M-O-L-I-F-Y. All right, mollify. All right, that's a word for you. Propitiate. Those are fancy words for I will calm you down, I will pacify you. When you vex, when you want me to baby to calm down, you start singing a lullaby, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm not going to sing for you right now. All right, so that's the press release that we want to share with you from the Florida chapter. All right, and so we want to welcome all the followers tonight. Hopefully, our impromptu guests will join us. Let's get to the next thing here on the Voice of Sinoe that we want to talk about here. Now, the next one here, let's go to His Excellency, President of the Republic of Liberia, is currently in Sinoe County, to interact with the people there. So we'll listen to a quick clip here from the president. Hopefully the audio will be clear on your side. Otherwise, then we'll just what I got up from there, I will share with you. So let's look at. No, it's not an impromptu guest right now. Sorry, guys. So let's put the president. His Excellency, President George Weah addresses the people of Sinoe County. All right, so the president, as you know, is currently in Sinoe. All the leaders of the county are there with exception of one guy. You know, so that's President George Weah right there. Bakube is in Sinoe. All right, so we had a lot of speeches from there. People were talking, you know, so I'm not going to play. I'm not going to bore you with all of that, but I just want to play a little bit here so that you can hear what the president said. The recording is not too superb, though, but let's see. Just to give you a gist of what the president said. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to interrupt that that video. Like I told you, I have an impromptu guest, and so I want to bring the guest on here to have a little interaction with the people. I don't know what the content of the impromptu visit is, but that's why the platform is here to bring the leaders out to you. The person is a leader of our community. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I want to break on. After a long time shying away from the media, we want to bring on screen for you the president of the Delaware Valley chapter, Her Excellency, Madam Frances Clark Myers, the incoming national president of our union, with all the altercation, the back and forth going on between the board of directors and the National Executive Committee. Let's see what the president has to say for us to us here tonight. Hold on a second here. I'm taking calls right now. Hello. So, sorry guys. Sorry, that's a call. I don't know the content of that call, so I just want to mute it a little bit. Let me get that. Let me get the honorable president picture down for a second. Okay, so like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, backstage right now is the president of the Delaware Valley chapter, Her Excellency President Frances Clark Myers. You know something here before I bring the president on here. Let me do something. You know, she doesn't come public relatively easily. You know, so when she coming out, that should be considered a breaking news. So we want to go in that section first. Great, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora. You know, anytime President Frances Clark Myers is coming on the Voice of Sinoe, I gotta make sure I'm in proper. You know, my outfit is straight. You know, because that's my boss lady. You know, so when the boss is coming, I have to be properly dressed. You know, and make sure everything is in proper format. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I have the distinguished honor to bring on screen for you the president of the Delaware Valley chapter, Madam Frances Clark Myers, and by extension, the incoming national president of the United States Association, who is the lady who is ready to take off from this perpetual confusion that we are in. Now, I'll bring her on screen for you. Madam President.
Good evening, Dyke.
Okay, good evening. My sound is okay on your side?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. All right, so Madam President, before you go into your message, in the public manner, it's difficult what you went through. You just lost your father, and so on behalf of the technical team and the executive team of Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora, we want to say have our profound condolences. The Honorable, your father was a statesman. He served the people of Sinoe County with distinction, and so may his soul rest in peace and have our sympathy.
Thank you, Dyke. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Okay. So how was your trip to Liberia though with the barrier?
Oh, everything was, you never say funeral. Funeral is never a good thing because you lost somebody dearly that you love. So, but all in all, it was good. While we, the children, wanted to do for our father, we were able to do that. We were able to give him the state burial that he deserved. So, we thank God for all the family members and friends and sympathizers that came through, and we were able to take our father body and did what he wanted us to do for him. We went according to his wish. And his wish was for him to be buried in Monrovia because he wanted us to be able that every time we went to Liberia, we would be able to go to the graveyard. So that's why he didn't want us to carry him all the way to Sinoe. So we have to honor that. So we did that. And everybody, has returned. So we just thank God. Thank you for that.
Excellent. Okay, so Madam President, let me not deviate too much. But
Okay.
otherwise, health-wise, how are you?
I'm doing good. Praise God that, we just thank God, thank you that we are still among the living. Every day that you wake up and you breathe, you say, God, thank you, because you are not better than those that live every day. So thanks be to God, we are alive.
All right, perfect. So what brought you out today, Madam President? What's going on?
Thank you, God.
Why are you the impromptu what the impromptu visit on Voice of Sinoe? What's up?
Thank you, Doc. Thank you for having me. Like you said, this is an important conversation tonight. As you already just asked me, I'm still bereaved. I'm still mourning my father. You can see how I dress. So for me, I don't know about other people, but for me, the death of my father is personal. So I try my best to do the best that I can. But when you are called to be a leader, you cannot just sit and watch. It's difficult as leader to sit and just watch and say because I'm bereaved or because I don't want to say anything, so I just going to sit and watch what's going on. So I just want to say good evening to the Sapo people tonight. Everyone that is watching this broadcast, I just want to say good evening to the people of the Sapo land. I'm here serving in two capacities, but I'm mostly here tonight as one of the chapter's president, um, to come to speak to our people. Since I came back from Africa, and with everything that is going on between the board and the executive, we all are on Facebook and we see stuff that is going on. So I just thought it wise tonight to come on this platform. And if I had given the time to when Sapo Nation is on, I will go there to send my appeal out to our people. that we all just need to take a step back and breathe again. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all interrelated, some kind of way. We are all friends. We are all family. We cannot allow ourselves to forget about our root, to forget about the purpose, the main purpose of which this organization was established in the first place. The main purpose when the people gathered in North Carolina in the 90s and they established the organization, Mr. George Weah and others, it was to help our people back home. That was the main purpose. It was to mobilize ourselves in the United States and give helping hands to our people back home. So I don't want us to forget that USAA, even though we are the one that contributing our money, our time, and everything to it every day, but we should not forget that our purpose of which we buy tickets and pay hotels and get rental cars and pay convention fees, and we take off our jobs. Some of us take 1 week off our jobs and go. It's because we try to generate funds so that we can help our people. So I come here tonight to say we all need to calm down. Let us forget about insulting each other on Facebook. This is not who we are. We are people that love each other. We should be each other's keeper. This is not like us. I get phone calls many days, and people say, "Sapo people, we were looking up to you. Where are you going? Where are you hailing?" So tonight, I'm calling on Mr. Geleo and all the officials, the executive, to see reason so that the tension that is rising, the tension that is going on in our community, that we can calm it down. So we all, if we have our differences, we can settle it during convention. The reason we go to convention is not only for us to merry-make. We go to convention so that there are issues that we have to discuss, so we can put them on the floor and discuss it. If there is anything that is contrary, if there is anything that the board did that was wrong, if there is anything that Mr. Geleo did that was wrong, when we go to Florida, because like you said, the convention, the assembly agreed that we go to Florida for convention. Let us all come together and go to Florida, and then we can settle our differences. Like I always told we the Sapo people, Facebook cannot solve our problem. Our solution is not on Facebook. Our solution, those days, our people, when they have a problem, they sit on the palm tree, or they gather together and they call, and the women are in the kitchen and cooking, and the men are talking, and they are debating issues, and they are solving problems. Let us go back to that where we came from. I always told people that my father, Johnny Clark, gave me a parable that I will never forget. He said, "My daughter," he said, "Family," I said, "Yes." He said, "We are like turtle. You are in the river." He said, "You are under the river. You are in the sea. But when they are counting the different fishes within the sea, they can't count you. You are not considered a fish. Even though you live under the sea." I said that to all we the Sapo people tonight. Even though we are in the United States of America, tomorrow if you commit any crime, they will revoke your citizenship. And guess what? They will send you back to your country of birth. That's why even though you are a citizen of America, when you go fill out application, they still ask for your place of birth. Only our children that was born here will say, I was born in America. But you and I that came in this country, that were grown, we all will put Liberia, place of birth, Liberia. Because they want you to know that even though we gave you our passport, but you are still considered a Liberian. So even though some people, we are in the United States of America, we are still considered Liberian. We are still considered a Sapo people. Let election cannot bring us apart. If we, the Sapo people, do not want to have election within the USAA, let us go to Florida and we can put it on the table. The reason you have constitution and every year you have constitution review is for you to admit certain things within the constitution that you think is not right for your people. So if we deem it necessary as people of the Sapo land that election is not good for us, we can go to Florida and put it on the table. And we can remove that part of the constitution that require us to have election every 3 years. But until then, we have to go according to the constitution. Like
so,
I
let me interrupt you a little bit. So, you spoke of election, and when we go to Florida, if we want to remove the option of election from the document, we can do so. So, assuming that we went to Florida and you were asked to get out of the race, would you opt out?
Mr. Valencia, we were thank you for asking me that question. If we went to Florida and Mr. Green, Geleo, and executive, everybody go to Florida. If the assembly, which is the highest decision-making body, asked me, Francis Clark, to get out of the race because so we can have peace, if that's what it's going to take for us to have peace, I'm willing to do that.
So, my President, I hope. Yeah, go ahead.
Because what Green and because what Malaysia, this organization is not about me. Like I was trying to make a point, but I met with the Sapo and Podiable in Liberia, and I want to repeat the same thing. The reason I'm contesting, the reason that I decided to run against Green, is not because I hate Green. No. Green is my good friend. And I will boastfully say that I supported Green truthfully from my heart. That's why I was the first to contribute $5,000 in North Carolina to support Green Geleo administration before Minnesota followed suit. The reason I'm in the race is because our constitution requires us to have election. And our constitution says that we should have election every 3 years. So if the 3 year reaches, if there is nobody to contest, if there's nobody that wants to run against Green, then yes, we can do the same thing that we did in North Carolina, that we gave in white ballot. But the Constitution requires us to have election. And I feel that whatever Green stop, that I can begin from there. If I do win the election, I can begin where Green Geleo stop. It doesn't mean that I hate Green Geleo. It doesn't mean that, but Green Geleo term is over in 2020. And we all know that Mr. Green Geleo was elected 2017 in North Carolina. And the Constitution gives him 3 years. The only reason that we are talking, why we are talking today, is because of COVID. Had it not been because of COVID, we will not be seeing what we are seeing, because we are already had election last year, August. And everybody knows that. So I don't see why that people are on Facebook and cursing people that Mr. Green Geleo is removed from power. No. I want the Sapo people to know tonight that Mr. Green Geleo was never removed from power. Mr. Green Geleo term came to an end 2020 August 31st. We only compromised that he should remain there until we go to Florida. However, there were conditions that were put forth. And those conditions we need too. That Mr. Green Geleo, you can remain there, but you should settle election commission in the next 90 days. You can remain there, but besides the $7,000 that we're supposed to pay for the next quarter, there should be no other money coming from our account until we can have a new elected president. And those were the conditions that were given to the executive. And we all were on the line. So if those conditions were not met, and the board decided that Mr. Green Geleo is violating, even though, it's sad. Like today, I read the post of Mr. Christopher Wiley, the comment that he made on the board chairman, that they were legitimately elected by the assembly, and the board tried to overthrow them. It's sad that the Constitution is clear. We took oath, we all took oath to abide by the Constitution that says that we have to be there for 3 years. My term in Philadelphia is coming to an end next year. And by October or September, I'll set the Election Commission so that the people can have the time to vote. So if the president's time is over, if the president wants to remain there, we cannot do it by violence. We cannot do it aggressively. And we cannot do it through threatening people. We have to be honest to ourselves. So I come here tonight, Sinoe County, to appeal to our people, to calm everything down. People that have been insulted about
President, I think you have to call the president's side, because it's the president's side that causing people out.
Yes, and I'm coming to that. That people, it's sad.
But before you transition, Madam President, is it that President Geleo doesn't want to go to Florida because he's afraid of you, so you can defeat him? That's why he wants to go somewhere else. It seems like it.
I'm not really President Geleo's mind, but I can say this. Like I told the Sapo people, for me, it's not about the position. I went to Joasso. I went to Bedebo. I went to Monroeville. I met with people. And I know what the people want. And people talk to me. This is not about the reason that when you are not a leader, sometimes you cannot just make any decision. And that's why for me, I decided to throw myself in this race so that what our people want for us to do for them, so we can do it for them. Our people are struggling. And we cannot be here to destabilize this organization, this great union that they look up to, that will help them. So, like I said, if Mr. Green wins the election in Florida, I will give him my 100 support. Even if that 110 support, I will call all my supporters that we're going to support the president to the fullest. Because it's not about Green Geleo, or it's not about me. It is about the Sapo people. And the organization is bigger than all of us. So I'm calling on the national chairlady tonight, Mala Joyce Sale, if she is hearing me. When you are a chairlady, especially a national chairlady, you are for breast. So I'm calling upon Mala Joyce Sale tonight, that she will see reason that we can bring our people back together. That all the things that we are doing are not spoiled yet. We are not divided. As far as I'm concerned right now, we just had some differences that can be solved. And that can be solved by us sitting down together and talking like mature people. Every year when you celebrate your birthday, it brings maturity in your life. So we have to talk like mature people. And I'm calling on Reverend Blah, everybody that they insulted from my chapter, to say, I'm sorry. Calm down. You know, when Mr. David Crow was the interim president at the time, when the old man was sick, and we organized a program here, and during that program, at the time, Reverend Blah was the treasurer, and Reverend Duswa was the financial secretary. Those two old men, when you say program, it started 8 o'clock. They will be at the hall 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. They will be sitting at the door. While we stay dragging and coming, those two people will be sitting at the door to collect every cent from everybody. That's how they love this organization. That's how much they put in their time and their effort and the energy for this organization. They could be like everybody else that say, I'm old now, I'm retired. I don't need to do anything. But these people come and they will make sure they go to convention. They contribute. Every money that we will say in this Philadelphia, in the Delaware Valley chapter, the elders will be the first to pay the money. The elders. When we hosted the 2018 convention in the Delaware Valley chapter, the elders, if you look at the list, we charge each person $100. Some young people did not even pay. The elders, every one of them paid that $100. Those are people, some of them don't even have a job. So we have to honor our elders. I am sorry, I know everybody was brought up differently, but the home that I was brought up from, when the elder is speaking, you don't even talk. You don't even be in the presence before you will even talk.
So my president, let me interrupt a little bit. I just want to play the quick video, and then I want to ask a question about something here.
And see me advocating for my national president, for my cabinet president. I hail from Sinoe County. I'm a cabinet woman. And see me advocating for my national president, for my cabinet president. I hail from Sinoe County. I'm a cabinet woman.
So my president, the reason I'm playing that video, Lisa is saying she's a cabinet woman. She's supposed to cover the president. I mean, James Nyonteh went astray here. He's my good friend. He did something that he should not have done, and the former president Geleo did the right thing and put out a statement condemning the brother action. Why is it that Lisa Farley is all over the internet insulting everybody, and the man who says that he's still the president is not? He hasn't put out a statement. Is it because Lisa Farley is his supporter?
Thank you, Zayapole, and these are some of the reasons let me be honest here tonight. Some of us came into the race because of some of these reasons. Like Joe Biden said to the American people, we got to restore the soul of USAA. And I think it's time that we restore the soul of USAA. Because I can remember fully well, like it was yesterday, when we gathered together. And when I'm talking about it, I become emotional. And I want to cry. Because when we gathered together in North Carolina 2017, when we elected Geleo on the web ballot, Honorable Obaku Yuma left the organization very stable. Very, very stable for 4 years. That night, we were in the hall. We danced all night in the hall. Guess what happened, Tayapole?
What?
We were not tired. We came out of the hall and we danced and sang, and Marie Nyinabo was singing all the Holy Time Sapo songs. And we were in that ring and we were dancing and singing all night. Nobody wanted to go to their hotel. That when I'm talking about it, I get emotional. And nobody wanted to go home that night. We were there till 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wanted to go home. We were together. I can remember the cheerleader opened the top of her car and brought drinks, and she was putting it in people's mouths, and people were drinking it. Nobody would even say, "Oh no, the other person's mouth, it comes from the person's mouth." People were drinking because they were having fun. We were jubilating when we elected Green Geleo. Solid for us to be to the level we are today. Like you said, James Nyonteh is my friend. He was my supporter. But when he cursed out Carlor Shekpeh, I didn't read a statement. I came on the scene live and condemned his action. Because like I said that day, that it is not in our culture for a man to insult a woman. It is not in our culture. It doesn't matter what Carlor Shekpeh did to him at that point. He was wrong to insult Carlor Shekpeh. And if you call Carlor Shekpeh tonight, when she came from Liberia, I placed a phone call to her to tell her sorry. And I even called the Shekpeh family, one by one, calmly, cheerleading, to tell everybody sorry for James Nyonteh's behavior. But every time somebody from the president's side misbehave, there's nothing. Samuel Shekpeh will go on Facebook and curse everybody up and say whatever he wants to say. Nothing. Now you tell me, Lisa Farley will curse an elder or old man that can burn her 20 times. And up to now, Green Geleo yet have time to speak. Where are we heading? Where are we heading, Ty? But like I said, I came on the show tonight so that we can calm the tension down. I'm going to call Mr. Reverend Blah, and I know people have been calling him to calm Lisa, that his own daughter, Lisa, that his own niece, and just forget about the situation. Honorable Obaku Yuma will curse out. This is a man, our former president, yet the man that brought Mr. Green Geleo to power, Mr. Obaku Yuma, will curse out bitterly by his supporter. And up to now, there's no statement from the
president. I hate to interrupt, but it baffles me how Mr. Geleo is saying I'm the leader, and the woman insulted. Carlor Shekpeh the first, he said nothing. She insulted the former vice president, who will be talking about shortly, Gus Tarphen. He said nothing, at least publicly. The lady insulted, my very self, nothing. The great man of the people. The woman insulted Honorable Zaza. The other audio guy, she was practically all the top people that we depend on. The woman insulted everybody, but Green cannot put out a sentence. But when James Nyonteh did something, we condemn James. So I see this sort of hypocrisy from Green Geleo. When I say these things, they pose, I don't like the man, but it's just not fair. The people that support you, somebody can support you and you still correct the person. Okay, but he doesn't correct the message when people. Around him, they are insulting practically everybody in the community. And that is fine. So, Madam President, it's just annoying. But go ahead. I think I want to exhaust my agenda, so I want to give you a few minutes. So
Okay, so I'm about to close. So like I say, I came on the show tonight just to calm the tension down. I'm calling on the Honorable Mr. Geleo to call on his executive. We are all one type of people. Nobody hates anybody. We are all one people. Let us go to Florida so that we can have, some understanding. This is the right thing to do. The money that we have in the account is to help our people back home. It's not money that we're supposed to lavish, because if we already pay $4,000 in Florida, and then you're going to take a convention to carry it to different states, you're going to spend another money there. Whereas,
let me see. Maybe somebody got a question for you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Nyonteh, welcome to the Voice of Sinoe.
How you doing?
Good. You got a question for the president?
Yeah, I got a question for her.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Good evening, Madam President. How you doing?
Good evening, Mr. Nyonteh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I got headphones, so she's hearing you. But go ahead.
I hear you.
Okay. The first thing I want to ask you is, why are the type of people you only like good things?
Okay.
Yeah, that was question one. When you get off, she will answer the question. You will not hear her when she answers.
Okay, that's question one.
Yeah.
Why are the type of people you only like good things? That's number one. Number two is, why is it that all of you that look at my behavior to be a bad behavior, but the mother of every one of you in your home will not allow anybody, even Jesus Christ, to walk into your parent house to insult your parent. Now, one of you guys, I ever even asked for my mother's phone number to ask, why is it that Carol is such a help for us to apologize on Carol's behalf? For all the type of people, all the boy-headed type of people, none of them were able to open their mouth. The same type of people, including Mr. Asua, that knew Alex Jala, the Alex Jala that they knew from Sinoe County, from that period, for wire people, for number people, for single people, for the same black people, and the same Carlor Shekpeh. My mother who worked on, none of you ever pick up phone to call, to apologize to a naive behavior of Carlor Shekpeh. But James Nyonteh was the one who was bad.
Okay, comrade, what's the next question?
That's the question I was just asking. Why is it all these leaders, the area, everybody who knew my mother, when they heard that Carlor Shekpeh inspected my mom informed her children and colleagues, they had never called one day to apologize for Carlor Shekpeh naive and unclear behavior.
All right.
That's number two.
Yeah, number two. Number three.
Number three, I want to ask this question again. Why y'all need Green Geleo to go to Florida? Is Green Geleo better than any other person? What does Green Geleo get? After that, why are you guys keep looking for the man to come to Florida? The man's time is finished, it's done. Mm-hmm. Before you bake, when you go to the creek to go bake for fish, to set trap. The first thing you do, you set the trap. So with black. So when the water is black, for the fish that come from up there, so you can't go. If you build out in creek, you will see no water will penetrate. But when you don't build it good, and you think you're going to catch the fish, the water, the food that comes from up, it will start pouring those money that you put together. So before you start all these things, you have to have a solid foundation. That was Green Geleo them bring their diseases again, so it cannot penetrate the type of people. Why are you guys so busy? That's my last question.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. My president, that's Mr. Nyonteh from Minnesota. He's a member of the Minnesota chapter. You got the first question. He said, why the type of people don't like good thing. I don't know what he's talking about, but I don't know. You can speak to that.
Yeah, I don't know what he meant by that because that question is very broad. Why some people don't like good thing? I don't think some people don't like good thing because those days, not even those days, when you see Sapo woman dressed, you know there's a Sapo woman that is coming. So I don't know about the men. I'm talking as a female, so I'm sorry if I'm not talking about the men, but I know my Sapo woman, we love good things. So if you say, I don't know why the Sapo really like good thing, I don't know what he meant by that. Okay. The second question was about his mother. Why we didn't? I would say sorry for that, for not placing.
That's a valid question. Yeah.
That is a very valid question, and he right to ask that question because sometimes you don't listen to one side of the story. But when that I'm not friend with James Nyonteh on Facebook, that's the first thing. Let me make that clear. So I don't see his video. But when I was told and somebody said, well, you don't see a video, okay, let me play the video for you to listen to it. Then I listened to the video and I saw, how he went after Carlor. Then I placed a phone call to him to inquire what was going on. And then he explained to me everything that went on. Then I told him, I said, well, Mr. Nyonteh, I understand, why you say she did to your mother, I understand. But I think you just went a little bit too far. And I told him that. But I will say sorry that we did not place a phone call to your mother. That I can, I'm guilty of that too, because at least we should have placed a phone call to hear from her what really transpired between she and Carlor. But we didn't do that. So I'm sorry for that part, that we didn't do that at the time. But it doesn't mean that it's late. We can still, because I think every time he talks about this, it kind of already gets to his soul. So I think it's time that we really need to reach out to his mother.
My president said late is better than never, right?
Right. Late is better than never. So I think because every time he's talking about it, he's very emotional about it. So I think it's about time that we really reach out to her to let it know what really happened so that we all can just move forward and put things beyond us. Now, let me come to the other question. He said, why we need Green Geleo? It doesn't mean that we can't do without Green Geleo. It's not the point here. The point that is here that we are all Sapo people. And this organization belongs to every one of us. And we don't want to, I don't want to go, when I used to go to Minnesota all day, even to my own family, people play hard for me to be there. The chairlady would be there. Oh, you're that to my house, you will be. The other person will call me, oh, come to my place. Everybody will call, oh, you come to my house. Oh, no, the other person will. So we want to maintain that unity. That when I took, when I take plane and I go to Minnesota, I should be free to go to any of my Sapo brothers and sisters' houses. This is what we're talking about, Jay. It's not about Green just going to convention. It's not about, somebody. We can't wait for somebody to die. Then before we say we try to talk to that person. Then when my father died a few times, people were calling me that were not speaking to me. They were calling me. And they were calling me because we are all Sapo people. So we either answer the phone. No, I answer every valid phone call. Because why? We are all Sapo people. I will not feel complete if we went to Florida. Going to Florida, electing a new president, and you come home, and then tomorrow you see your brother or sister in the street and you pass by them. What is the good thing about it? That's the reason we are calling on Mr. Green Geleo and everybody else that's supporting him, so we can see reason. This is not even I'm about to close my lesson because I know you got your show. This is not something that we're ready to divide about. Ready. It's not major to a point that that's supposed to be split, among us. We are all one people. We need to calm down, take a step back, and value and cherish the organization. I'm proud to be a Sapo woman when I go to Liberia. I am proud to be a Sapo woman. Very much proud. And we all got to be free. I want when my brother and sister come from Minnesota or wherever they come from, when they come to Philadelphia, they must come to my house. Let me cook. Let we all eat and merry make. This is what we're looking for. That unity that we once used to have. That's what we're looking for. It's not that anybody is better past anybody. This is not the point. So, Mr. Sayapole, thank you very much for having me. And, convention is coming. Let us all put together and go to Florida and sit down, and then we can solve our problem. We cannot solve our problem on Facebook. I saw it in GGAA. Facebook cannot solve problem. Facebook will just make things worse and worse and worse and worse. So I'm calling on everyone that loves me. If you love me, please don't go on Facebook to write anything.
So those are hate you that you go on Facebook.
If you hate me, don't even go on Facebook.
Yeah, my partner. Fair call. I think that was a fair call. Yeah.
And my last call is going to the national cheerleader, Joy Senior. You are the mother. You have to play your role.
Yeah, but my president, you have to understand she was appointed by the president. She wasn't elected. So she playing that cabinet role.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can be Obaku Yuma was the first appointed, or I was there. I was there when the cheerleader were having an honorary program in Minnesota. I took a group of ladies from Philadelphia and we went to that program in Minnesota. And
I was there.
They cook out. That's where Honorable Obaku Yuma appointed her to be the national cheerleader. And we were toting her and carrying her around. Okay? Because there's something that we saw in her and they make her cheerleader at the time. So when Obaku time finished, I was like, you can even call Green Geleo tonight. I told Green Geleo, I said we're going to maintain the cheerleader.
But my president, I'm not calling you up, but I mean, I agree with you. She's very powerful in the union. Even in North Dakota, when the men were down the basement and arguing, when she took the microphone and said, I gave the men ultimatum, 30 minutes ultimatum to come back upstairs so we can go. Otherwise, I will put the women together. We'll have an organization of our own. In the next 30 minutes, all the guys were coming out. That's how powerful she is. But it's sad right now that she's aligning herself with the president. And she doesn't want to be that model. Yeah, go ahead.
No, so like you said, it's not because Green Geleo appointed her. Obaku appointed her. When Obaku turned out finished, Green Geleo appointed her. So even if there's a problem in the union, you can still come in and mediate. And still play your role as the cheerleader.
Right.
If they say because you play your role, they're going to remove you, but then you did the right thing. It's good to know that you did the right thing instead of you doing what you know is not right. And right now, it's not right.
I'm also flabbergasted that Madam Carlor Shekpeh is also taking side. She wants to be the representative of the people of Electoral District number 3. But she's taking side. Instead of bringing the community together, that will test her leadership and say, oh, yeah, the woman is ready for business. She united her people in the U.S. when they were divided. But she's taking side right now. It's just sad.
And that's why I'm saying, Malaysia, right now, the organization, we can, you want to take side, you can take side, you can support whoever you want to support. You got the right to support whoever you want to, but we cannot do it through division.
Right.
We
all right, my president. I think I'm short on time right now. So
thank you very much for having me. We all just need to take a step back, calm down, and let us focus on the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is to help our people back home. United we stand, divided we fall. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So the president of the people just spoke very well. She demonstrated leadership. And that's what we're talking about. You know, when you're a leader, these are things that you have to do. It's tough to be a leader. You know. And so I saw some comment from major leaders from the community. Let's say, for example, the former president, now the president of GGA, Mr. Fred Williams, got a statement here. He said, "Thank you, Madam President, for the in-depth qualifications for some of us that are outsiders who have interests in USA and in men. You are showing pure leadership." That's great. That's a great comment there from the former president of the Grand Association in Americas and currently the president of the GGAD. Let's see here. We got one of the scholars in the Delaware Valley, McCarthy, said, "Thanks for your pointed remarks on the issue of Myers. For reason, the same copy and paste Constitution that developed the GGA is the same one hurdling the USA. I propose a constitutional revision commission to address this constitutional crisis." But the problem is that the Constitution is clear. It's just like the president is doing his own thing. There's no, the Constitution does not have ambiguity. I mean, I should say, yeah, there are certain things that are ambiguous. But with respect to changing one of the term, is clear in the Constitution. 3 years, you're out. About 4 years. And so there's nothing in there, I mean, with respect to the tenure of office, right? I mean, we don't have to change that by state. Yeah, that part of the Constitution has no issue. All right, so the president, the guy, just doesn't want to leave power. He says that the elders broke our deal, but he doesn't want to follow the elders. But on the other hand, you will take the one provision or whatever the recommendation they're getting, you cherry pick it, take the one he likes. You know, and that's not how it works. You have to take it in full. You can't say, "Oh, I want to be there until the coronavirus is over." But then when they post it, don't take money from you. And then you say, "No, I'll take money." Okay. You want to take some and leave some? And then we'll talk on this in the post. Oh, the guy, he has power. No, the guy's cherry picking. Whatever suits him, that's why he takes. I'll about to play this audio where Green was telling us on the teleconference that you want to make sure all the project earmarked will be implemented by him, even though he does not. He no longer has the mandate of the Constitution. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, okay, brother.
Thank you. I mean, people don't talk, ma'am. If they have technical issue, they gotta talk. Hello?
Your sound is very bad. You're not looking at the right thing.
No, but I'm looking at sorry, let me look at it quick.
Nobody hearing you. Nothing you're talking.
All right. 1 2 1 2. Check the mic. Let me see here quickly. Thank you. Hello? 1 2 1 2 1 2. I mean, people don't talk, ma'am. If they have technical issue, they gotta talk. Okay.
Your sound is very bad. You're not looking at the right thing.
Look at
Nobody hearing you. Nothing you're talking.
All right, I think the sound should be good now. I'm monitoring this, but that's sometimes I don't see coming, so I assume all is well. Let me try again and see. Technical issue. See here.
Nobody hearing you. Nothing.
Okay, guys, if the sound is okay, let me know. Is the sound okay now? 1, 2. Check the. Somebody to check your sound. Is the sound okay now? Sound is good, Doc. Okay. See you. All right, excellent. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Sorry, the sound now is good. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Better. Okay. I see. All right. Sorry for that. So I wanted to read that comment again from the former president here of the GGA, Graduate Association in Americas. So I want to read that comment again for the last time. Sorry, guys. I actually made note that when the president leaves, I should be able to adjust my stuff. So let's take, for example, the comment from George Weah, that's Toten Arizona. He said, Madam President, do you believe that President Green administration is a failure? If yes, where are some areas did he fail? And what do you think you would do better than the current president if elected as the next president of the United States Association in America? So that's a pretty good question, but I didn't see you. Hopefully next time. We're sorry that I didn't bring that up. I should have looked through the comments. Let me look at some of the comments here. The training, the chair lady here. I don't think USA has an account anymore. As a Land Green and his followers transfer USA entire money to an unknown bank account. Okay, so the information that's coming in the speculation room right now. We're gonna do more digging to see what other information is valid. Let's see another comment here. Anybody tried to disrespect her here? Okay. The President Myers got to defend her. So President Gwen said, thank you, Madam President, for the in-depth clarifications. For some of us that are outsiders who have interest in USAA, you are showing pure leadership. That's President Gwen of the Graduate Association in the Americas and the current president of GGAD. And McCarvin said, thanks for your pointed remarks on this issue, Madam Myers. For reason, the same copy and paste constitution that bedeviled the GGAA is the same one hurdling the USA. I propose a constitutional revision commission to address the constitutional crisis. Well, like I was saying before, the people say I have technical issue. McCarvin, with respect to presidential term or term of office, how many years in the Constitution of the USA is clear. No issue with that. We have no issue. I can read that right now. Let me share that with you. It's clear in the Constitution, 3 years for the president and nothing more, nothing less. 4 years for the board of directors. It's right in here in the Constitution. Let me get to one article here quickly. Highlighted these things so they're easy to get. So on that part of it, we don't have any issue with that. In the absence of the board and the General Assembly, all these things, they say the board should take charge. All directors shall be elected to serve a 4-year term. However, the term may be extended until a successor has been elected. It's a constitution talking. It's clear with the term of office on that. Director shall, okay, that on the 101. The term of office shall be considered to begin for the board of directors. For the president is 3. Let me go on what we got here. It's tenure. Let me go on tenure and see, so we can share with you the president. Let me share the tenure office for the president so you can know. I mean, they are clear. They're in the document, but the guy doesn't want to obey the document that he instructed his man, the guy, to write. So let me see, they did a good job and wrote this, but now they don't want to obey it. They're doing their own thing. I got multiple copies. It's somewhere around here. What's the grievance? Election. Even Election Commission, the man appointing Electoral Commission. You can't do that. According to the Constitution, the president got to send the names, standing committee, ad hoc committees. The name should be sent to the board for approval. The man enjoy appoint people. No, he can't appoint until the board approves. And that's what the Constitution says. But the guys are not following their own document. But anyway, let's get to something else here. Thanks for the correction, guys. Let me quickly go to my agenda here. I want to exhaust that. The president took some of my time. 1 second here, guys. Hello, who's this?
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Welcome to the Voice of Sinoe. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Oh, okay, there's J. Kiriwi Arizona Tote.
Oh, Mr. Tote, welcome aboard.
Yeah, the man are here from Vubadi.
Oh, Vubadi man.
Yeah, the powerful time in the Sabo region.
Okay, Vubadi man, what's your take, man? What's going on?
Yes, Mr. Freeman, I called to make my input. I've been following what's happening within our union. It is kind of sad because similar thing that happened in the Grand Geleo's Association is the same thing that creeping within the Sabo organization.
Correct.
If we're not careful, other people feel that power is the only way, or they can exercise power without, obeying the constitutions and all those stuff. Grand Geleo's Association is the biggest organization in America. Today, we have 2 Grand Geleo's Associations. It is because of the division. So if some people, we're not careful, we are heading to the same directions. I'm sorry that the president is not on because I have a few questions, but she left already. Mm-hmm. But I want to tell her thank you for the step that she's taking, and I hope that she's reaching out to Jane and the current president and other leaders to see how bad I can resolve the issues within the union. Because some of us, God bless us, we came to America. We are here purposely to help our people back home who not have the opportunity to come to America or to travel to America or to even go to Monrovia. So our purpose here is for God bless us and be able to bless the people back home.
Hold on a second. Let me see another person calling here. Let me put the person in there. Hello?
That's Fred.
Mr. President, hold on a second, please. Mr. Tote, exhaust your talk quick. Okay. Yeah. Mr. Tote. Let me see. Mr. Tote.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So what I'm trying to tell you is that they thank God bless us that despite the wars that we went through in Liberia, especially with our background, Sabo and Crown people, who survived to come to America. So we'll be able to help our people back home. When I came to the U.S. 2012, the Sabo organization was down. Thank God for Ubaku Yimpa. He did extremely well. Very, very well. Where you took the organization from, you have no money in the account, the organization was nowhere. But Ubaku 2010, he did extremely well. And I pray that this confusion that coming gradually, it should not go the way the Grand Geleo's Association look today. We don't want for our organization to be divided. Sabo, we are not plenty. Yeah. So again, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the president for the bold step that she's taking, at least reaching out to all the people to see reason that we'll have a reconciliation, so we'll be able to have a peaceful convention in Florida. I pray to be there too as well. Thank you for having me, my brother.
Thank you, Toto. Thanks for your contribution. Let me bring on the former president and President Weah. Are you still on?
Yes, I'm here.
Welcome to the Voice of Sinoe, sir.
Thank you.
What is your contribution?
Yeah, thank you. Well, I've been following this issue, especially through your lenses, and I was hoping for the chance to get what I got tonight, especially when you went in detail and went through the Constitution and then the president came in and gave us out the story. You know, sometimes we are on the outside. We don't we really don't read other organization constitution, and we don't know the nitty gritty until maybe when these crises come. Then, of course, we all want to act like we know what is going on. So I know, you know, I've been following, and I even came at you at one point in time saying that you're trying to break the USAA down. And I was speaking from the vantage point of GEAA, because I know I was at him when GEA went south. And, you know, and we, in fact, we were here when the Sapo Association was down for about 12 or 7 years, and you fought and brought it back. So to see it to where it's heading again, it's sad. It is sad. And I think there are a few mistakes here that I've seen, you know, and because when you have these kind of pandemic, and that's why we live in America, but we don't follow what the people do. Everything they do, especially when it comes to handling crisis, everything is documented. They don't do anything word by mouth. It has to be either on paper or it is not right. And when the citizen or the other council took that decision to extend the president's time, I think they should have put it in, you know, clear-cut writing exactly what it means and why they were giving the extension and what was going to happen. You know, because we know the pandemic it hit a lot of people. It hit a lot of unforeseen situations.
Mr. Guillaume.
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you, but the elders, everything was put in writing. I got all the documents there. You know, just maybe you were now on the program where I read the communication from the elder, and I read the communication from the board of directors, and I read the president's reply to, because when the elders wrote, they gave the guidelines and everything that they wanted. And then the board, because the elder wrote in September, and then the board responded to the elders' communication in October. President Geleo did not reply. I'm talking about 2020. President Geleo did not reply to the elder communication until 2021 January. Yes, and then when you replied, the board of directors said, "Okay, elder, we listen to we read your communication, and we agree to follow what you say." President Geleo came back and said he went in the document and cherry picked the one he wants or he wanted. So he said, "Oh, I agree with the provision that says that I should be in power until the virus is over, that I can take." But the elders also put in the document that no money besides the next quarter money, the $7,000 that were outstanding at the time. Besides that, nothing should be taken from the account again. The president said, "You know what? I will implement every project that was earmarked." But then the people are saying no. And so I have all the audio that will be playing on the teleconference where he's saying you're going to implement all the other projects. But go ahead.
Okay. So I mean, there's no mistake. The whole thing was leading with mistakes. Because if you're going to give him chance to serve the time, then of course he has to. It is politics. The man, he knew very well that right after the pandemic there were going to be elections. So I want this to people: when you're running the first time, you say, "My name is this. I want to be a president. I will do this." So the second time when you say, "My name is this," I said, "As a president, I want a second term because I've done this, I've done that, and I've done that." So he knew all of that. So the problem here now is that he is willing to go to election, but he's not willing to go to where the election should be held. Is that what one of the main problem that you guys having? Or he's not willing to go to election?
Yeah, that's one of the issues. He doesn't want to go to Florida. He wants to go somewhere else.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I know I read. I don't know where. I don't know. I think the elder need to come back again, and already I try to fix this because what we have, Mr. Graham. Yeah, Mr. Graham.
Yeah, it's okay. I have a question for you. Based on your scenarios on the associations and before you formed a GGA and what sort of advice that you think you can give President Geleo at this kind of situation? Because the Sabo organization, if we're not careful, the organization going to be fraud. So whatever advice that you would give in the President Geleo, based on your scenario, what you
I'll personally place a call to him, but I just think he needs to see reason, because to him and everybody that want to run, look, in this kind of organization, it's only the people that are going to give you that mandate. So that you don't even want to lead or have group, lead or have group, you're not going to go anywhere. Especially with the crowd that the size of this USAA, they don't have that big, group. So even if you divide it two groups, you say, well, we'll have this, you have this, you're not going to go anywhere. So the thing is that, look, once you have that mandate, that you go somewhere and people elect you with that mandate, you can do what you can implement your policies. But to force it and say, look, so I would place a call, I would just say this. When the GGA problem came, he was one of the person who I thought he crossed the line a little bit, and I reached out to him because he didn't know the whole 9 years of the story. You try to jump in the middle of it. So now I reached out to him. I said, no, if you want to go in the middle, I welcome anybody who wants to come and talk, but you need to be here from both sides. And he drew back. And he came to Pennsylvania for the Sapo Association, the convention that they held here in Philadelphia. He and myself, man, we talk, and he said, oh, okay, my man, we'll see how we can help you guys to fix this thing. So this a call to him. He's going to listen to me because at that time, I place a call to him, or he plays a call to me, I listen to him. So I'm thinking that if I place a call to him, he's going to listen to me. Because I don't know when is this convention. I don't know whether you guys still have time. Is it in August?
Yeah, August, beginning the 5th to the 8th.
Yeah, okay. So I reach out to him and see what is going on and what he can do. Because right now he has the manual, he has the account, he has everything that every organization needs to run. So the issue has to be treated, with care. So, but thanks for the time. I didn't get the full scale of no scope on this matter, and I was just looking at it from the outside, saying that look, you have to be careful before you tear this thing down. But it's heading in that direction. And I think Francis and the president from here and other president, chapter presidents, you better open their eyes and forget this taking side. And you, Mr. Azaye Poland, you have to calm down because, oh man, you can push it and you get what you want, but what you want not going to save USAA. That's what you got to follow into. You have to calm down and keep the matter with care. Okay, so. Because if you push it so hard and you get what you want, you might not enjoy what you want. Okay. Because now, then, you don't have a group, you have your group, and you go to court. The GGA case is still in court. Let me just tell you that. The GGA case is still in court. That's how these people look at this organization problem that we have. They don't just jump into it and resolve it. We're still in court. In fact, we have spent almost $12,000. I don't know how much I spent, $12,000 United States dollars for the case. And we are not going anywhere. The kids are still in. So, well, Mr. President, why would you spend that money when the people need the money back home? Well, you won't go to court. That's what I do. You go to court, you got to defend yourself. You're going to get a lawyer, and the lawyer going to charge you. You're not just going to go and represent yourself. So, when we went to court, we got a lawyer, and the lawyer had to charge us. So, by the time we go and be where we are now, yeah, in the whole $12,000. In fact, we still owe our lawyer another $1,300. They keep still sending me letters. So I just want to, it's just a little something on the side that you can know it. Okay. But thanks for the time. Thanks. I will visit your show again and to get because the kids is not. I don't think it's going to wait anytime soon. But I'll place a call to Geleo. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Tota. Alexander. All right, so that's it. So, guys, that's it. Hopefully, President Geleo will listen. Mr. Weah is currently in a similar situation that we are the president is dragging us into right now. Hopefully, you'll see reason to alter course. We don't want to spend $12,000 giving it to lawyers. It would not be a wise way to spend our money because the money wouldn't come from the pocket of President Geleo. Obviously, you go in the account and take money from that. Hello, Tota. Yeah. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was still on the line. I was listening to Mr. Weah. So what I've seen, my brothers, the president did extremely well. Even President Geleo, what President Maya did tonight, these are things
hold on a second. Hold on a second, please. Hold on a second. Let me put another person here.
Oh.
All right, yeah. Tota, go ahead. Kudi, hold on a second, please.
Yeah. Also, what President Maya did tonight, that similar thing I expect, President Geleo to do. In the midst of conflict, as a leader, you take responsibilities.
Right.
And sometimes it reduces yourself, for you to be able to resolve the conflict. Not in the midst of conflict and you want to be act like, like the people say you're acting like King Kong. You don't do that. In the midst of conflict, as a leader, you bring yourself down. Even people who not want to work with you, work with them for you to be able to resolve the conflict.
Right. Right. It's a test. It's a test to Mr. Geleo's leadership, but it seems that he failed in the test.
Leadership is not about only implementing policy, my brother. You know about implementing policy. Leadership is how you exhibit, how you lead the people, especially when the conflict is going on. How you make decisions.
All right. You want to give your last thought? Let me bring Kudi on, please.
Oh, okay, no problem. Again, I say thanks to Madam President tonight. I hope President Geleo will take the same step to reach out to other people who you think that oppose the view. Nobody hit President Geleo. To be honest with you, nobody hit it. It may run on web ballot. It's a clear indication that the majority of the tribal people in the diaspora supported him. So let me see reason whoever that oppose the view at this time for him to reach out to the people. Nobody hit him. Probably you are going contrary. That's why other people are going on the side. But it is about time for him to exhibit the kind of leadership ability that President Maya exhibited tonight. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Morris.
All right. Yes, sir.
You're on the floor. Welcome to the Voice of Sinoe.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Moderator, I really thank you very much for your show, and I want to a little bit throw him, let's say, go on with Mr. Brown, while he said something, and many people, even from Geleo's side and from all other places, they also say those words and for me too. I think right now, with the media people, I think we, starting from now, I think we're supposed to be, the champion for peace now. If people not listen, they will not listen. If you go and ask somebody to meet out here with them, well, they with them. But then you say, I want them people hear it.
Okay.
That's why the other time I really push my brother William Malley and then President Maya. I don't listen to it now. We're working. And then I push it. I say, at this time now, nobody can be silent at this time now. And so, we, the media people, we have the authority. The authority is the kind of time we have to speak to the public. Other people don't have that time. If you go on Facebook, by the time you send television, Facebook call you out. They don't want for you to be there for 2 to 3 hours. But the media we have it, we can talk for whole night, we can talk for whole day, so we have the facility. We know that people are wrong. If people wrong, they say, I also the people use of power, they say, you man the operator of the bamboo, you will say it until, you will do it until you say it. And right now, what we don't want is confusion. But now, I want we, the media people especially, I want for us to speak to the forefront now.
So, but Mr. Morris, so if the president continues to go astray, we shouldn't bring that information out to the people.
What I'm saying, what I'm saying, Mr. Freeman, what I'm saying is that President go astray, you go astray, but we got protocol, we got things going on. We yourself, which you know about. Even tomorrow is a bad meeting that even the elders, they are calling the executive and they are calling the board to talk to them. And that from this kind of meeting, and we start talking because even when we made it man there, let's be frank. Because Jara say something they one time say, oh, everyone will be valid for everyone will think about your I will raise the money, but the valid thing is not good. When many men then will say, okay, you know, why is of this of the whole is wrong whatsoever, yeah, let it go on the so our friend said when we be valid, nowhere we will go and we will not be satisfied. So the underground we can find now, if anybody knows, we can agree.
Okay.
So tomorrow meeting now, that's about they will say they come from there. Well, we sit there later, if he not agree. But I just want for all we the media people to calm down, and we know that this thing that happens, so they hear it already. We do whosoever do everybody hear it already. So at the time now, let's try to bring peace now, instead of trying to echo the wrong the people did, so some people will see reason to say, yeah, because I talk to many people. They say, your media people do your out of hand.
Okay, sir. All right. Mr. Morris.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, sir. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The people are giving their views, if you like. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I have a long agenda, and because the members are participating tonight, we want to talk about one more thing, and the rest of the tune will postpone it to next show. But we can't keep the breaking news for another day. We got to put this breaking news out here before we get out for the night. So this is a major breaking news here. We got to put it out. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora with Doug Sayopo, the Esoteric. The breaking news we are having here, or coming into the factual realm of Voice of Sinoe, it says that we call that the implosion of the Geleo'S chaotic administration. Vice President Gus Tarphen resigned. The implosion of the Geleo'S chaotic administration. Vice President Gus Tarphen resigned. All right, so when we talk, first let's break some of the jargons down. So when we say implosion, right, we got explosion and we got implosion. So when something implodes, it bursts inward, so you have a team, right? It didn't go outside, it went inside. So basically the former president, his team, the most revered, the most venerated, the most respected man on the team, Gus Tarphen resigned. So now you have President Geleo team is like a hairless snake, a snake without hair. The snake has been decapitated. So if you put somebody right now in the place of the former vice president, who is or who was the catalyst, who was the engine of the Geleo team, if you just put somebody who is not on the same stage or who has the same qualities, all right, I'll do that more definitely. I'm not taking call right now. Let me exhaust it. I'll call back later. I'm not taking call right now. Sorry, guy. So like I was saying, the vice president, when you take the man from there, when he gets out, then the team of President Geleo is just crawling right now. It bursts inward. Let me see. Maybe you don't know the vice president. This is the man here. Very intelligent guy. Highly educated. All right. That's Gus Tarphen right there. He resigned from President Geleo's team. So right now, President Geleo is looking around and trying to find replacement. But, I mean, who's going to fill this great man's shoe? And that's it. That's the thing. I want a little picture that I will be able to show myself on the other side. So that's Mr. Tarphen. Mr. Tarphen resigned. Now, where is the evidence? Somebody will be asking you, but where is the evidence? And Voice of Sinoe, we don't just talk stuff without the evidence. So for sure, we produce the evidence so you can hear for yourself the first time in public where the engine of the former administration of Geleo who won second term. And the vice president came out and said, sir, I'm not with you on your second term journey that you on. Because I know the people will not vote for you again. The people, you can see the sound is glaring right now. You got 6 chapters in the union and only 1 chapter behind you. I'm not going to put myself in such embarrassment. Yes, 6 chapters in the union and only Minnesota chapter, few members in Minnesota, as a matter of fact, supporting you. And so why should I put myself in this mess? It's a total mess. I'm not going to leave when I only got 1 chapter. No, I'm a man. I'm a professional man. When something happens, I want to bring people together. But when we give our suggestions to you, your mujahideen, they will come and attack us. I don't want to be in such messy environment. And therefore, with all due respect, Mr. President, I enjoy the time I stay with you, but I'm gonna take my exit now. I don't want to be in this miasma or confusion, and where the people don't want to listen to other people. When your view is contrary to what other people think, they insult you. You know, I'm too advanced for that. I can't be part of this. And so, Mr. Gus Tarphen got out of President Geleo's team. Let's get to the audio for you. All right, and a lot of things on the audio that I'm about to play. You hear a lot of revelation. It contains a lot of revelations. I'm telling you. You see, Voice of Sinoe, we don't just we get the information because usually we have the technology to capture everything. But when we talk to the people over and over, they don't want to listen to us. Then our responsibility right now to bring it on the voice of Sinoe in the diaspora, so that people can hear those that do not receive the text messages. When they send in text message, you just go on Facebook and pull it there. And some of our people that pay their hard-earned money that the guy is now using, the money that President Geleo wants to take right now and build whatever he wants to build, the people that are paying, he doesn't consult. When he send a message out, the guys will put it on Facebook. And the elders they don't get it. Few people will get it, and then they go there and hijack the whole meeting. Let's get to the communication here. The resignation of Gus Tarphen of the United States. Damn it! What? You know what it means? And that's why I wrote the other day. I said, Green Geleo is done. For Gus Tarphen to leave your team, you finish. You are done. You are a zombie walking dead. You guys, when people tell us something, you listen to us. They wouldn't get a beer for nothing. Their beer comes with wisdom. Yes. Let me get to the audio here. Give me a second. The man is done. Now he's looking for people. Who will be my vice president? Then that person said to me, I want a job. That job that they play. When I'm that very educated man, he left that thing I play, I'm gonna go get that and can't go embarrass myself. Let's listen here. Let's listen to the audio. Listen.
Because we are holding position, so many of us and every one of us.
So right now we're gonna play the people that are talking. So the lady that is talking right now is this lady right here, Madam Carlor Shekpeh, who wants to be representative in Sinoe County. Listen to what she's about to say. That voice, I'll bring it. The people they're in their own voice. All right, their own voices. I'll bring it out to them. Our voice is signing now, so I'll bring the people voices to you, so you can hear how they're signing. On the teleconference, for whatever reason, President Geo's teleconference never goes right. He will organize the teleconference. It will be chaos. Just listen. Let's listen to the woman that is on the screen right now.
On the Electoral Commission, we don't have right to vote because we don't know the future. So with our own Electoral Commission that year, we did not get back. And our board member, Mr. Martin, let me tell you, if you don't know this is the rule of the organization. Right now, this position I'm holding is
he says she actually struggling to say it. The woman is she's a cabinet member of the Geleo's administration, right? And Geleo appointed her to be the co-chair for the Electoral Commission. Okay, somebody who is your cabinet member. She's making an argument that when Carlor Shekpeh came to power, I was a board member. Okay, and therefore, it's not wrong for me to be Green's cabinet member, and I serve as co-chair on the Electoral Committee. If Francis wants to take that, it's up to her, but Francis is not going to take that. You cannot be advocating for Green 24 hours and you want to be the co-chair on the Electoral Commission. How is it you are cabinet member like George Weah appointing Samuel Toer to be co-chairman on the election commission? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. And so that's all we have been talking. They say independent electoral commission. It's not your cabinet electoral commission. They may appoint all cabinet members to be all supporter of his to conduct election. And you want us to take that thing seriously? No. So listen to her.
Position. So maybe you don't know yet. So our board member, when I won election commission, I ran the election and was free and fair in Florida between Carlor Shekpeh and Faith Freeman. In Philadelphia, you remember? If you don't remember, let the history tell you. Go back there. So you been calling around here. Mr. Mabu, shut up. That is not a question. You been calling around here. I'm speaking. So you need to shut up. That is not a question. You need to shut up. I'm speaking. Shut up. I'm speaking, Mr. Mabu. You are talking and listening to me. That is speaking.
Sister Carlor, hold on. Sister Carlor, you provided.
So see, this is the culture, the culture of President Geleo's leadership. Every time they go on a teleconference, people will threaten to insult people. You heard a woman who wants to be representative for Sinoe. Mr. Modu, shut out your mouth. And that's what grown men, responsible men, she's talking to her now. They can just get on a teleconference, on our Geleo teleconference, and talk to people any way they feel like. Whether you have personal issue with a man or not, he has to be addressed professionally. This is a professional setting. It's the national administration, or so they can call it teleconference, they can call it General Assembly. She is telling the man, shut up. I will cause, if you don't take that, I will insult you. Imagine you made a lawmaker and you gave her 6 years. You finished. So I don't count it. She will say, I guess you can't take me for that. Anybody who makes her angry, you will just have causing you. So she said, Modu, shut up. If you don't shut up, I will insult you. Damn it. And you expect me to vote for you when I'm hearing these things. I want somebody with that temperament who would relax and be like Obama. They would say all type of things and the person may just relax. He comfortable, he cool. You know? You find solution. I mean, the man was just asking questions. It was just a simple question the man asked. She angry. And she went to history, how I was a board member and I conducted election. So you want to repeat that erroneous stuff they did back then? No. In the time of dark side, we're not going to do that. No. Because you are a board member and you serve an electoral chair, and so you want to repeat it now. You cabinet minister for Geleo, so you want to be. Come on, I can't take that. Not me.
You provided sufficient clarity to him. I think you understand. Moving forward, I don't think you ask that question.
You call everybody in the union. You call everybody in the union. Some other 4 years, my sister has for a brother. For my baby, you coming everybody. What do you want from me? So let's get it tonight.
We love both in color. What do you have? I'll try and bring it. I'll try and bring it to an end, please. I'll try and bring it to a close.
I want to tell you that this meeting, I want to tell you that, I mean, I'm not allowed anybody again. I'm not allowed any speaker again. I'm sorry, Honorable. I'm sorry that we're going to close the meeting.
Is that why they're going to meeting?
Yeah, we're going to close the meeting now. So,
Close the meeting.
So Darius is about to challenge the president. Just listen. President Geleo will quote the Constitution. I mean, he just does everything wrong. Darius about to correct President Geleo. Just listen.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. But Green, what a decision. You could say, what a decision. What is your No, we need a decision as to where the convention is going.
So if you listen, they say Darius asking or somebody, where is the convention going? Meanwhile, they know where the convention going. We all those guys are talking. Darius was at the gate. Okay, he was at the gate. He's the financial man. He's the treasurer for the organization. Him and Kuri, they were at the gate and collecting our money. Last convention, they were in North Dakota. This guy right here. All right, they were right there, and they were collecting. But the man is now asking the president, "Where is the next convention going?" And he was there when the General Assembly agreed where the next convention should go, Florida. But they asking Green where the convention going. Listen to these people what they're talking. It's nothing but chaos. You know what chaos is? It's everything just upside down, and that's why you're hearing from them. Listen.
We got a CD as a what city or gallery, all that stuff. But we need a guideline, we need a decision as to where the convention is going. Okay, all of you.
Yeah, listen to Green. What Green come say? Just listen. Listen to Green. Green come. He can play what we call linguistical gymnastics. He can be jumping and flipping back. Listen.
All of you, the executive that want the decisions of the meeting or the item, our usual manners of planning convention, we have the Electoral Commission, and then we have our own planning people who plan the convention. It was always headed on our administration by Mr. Peter, but it is going well. So we said that both parties, the Electoral Commission, that we drafting the guideline because they will be telling us it is possible to have elections in that state. The planning committee that's always planning, working along with the where the convention is going, will also let us know, provide with the basic information, the possibilities of having a convention in the area that we want to have convention at. Is it possible that in 2 weeks' time, when Democrat references the convention decision as a where convention going, is that decided by a committee? It's decided by a meeting or a general assembly. So, as to why the guidelines, if you talk about guidelines, yes, the election committee can decide guidelines. But where the convention goes is that it's decided by the committee.
Perfect, that's correct.
Florida. Is that very cancer yet? No.
You hear the people that say the convention canceled for who canceled the convention? Darius said the right thing, right? Darius said the General Assembly makes a decision and not the Electoral Commission, because Green said the electoral team should make the call where the convention should go, and it is not their job description. So Darius made the correction, but you see now Darius coming flay. He said the right thing that the General Assembly is the one that makes the call. Listen to Darius.
If I'm allowed to speak, I will go to anybody. If I'm not allowed to speak, yes, then I will go to anybody. If I said, if I'm allowed to speak, I will respond to anybody, but if not, I will not, I will keep quiet.
No, but you are saying that go ahead, bro. Decide where we should go to. That's not true. I want to go like that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
You just have to go to the committee can come and listen and Florida is not for nothing. If I'm allowed to speak, I will speak. Joe, respond to
Joe, you got a floor.
Okay, thank you. No, not if you are doing things, we do things with procedure. We look at historical references of how elections or convention places are decided. It's decided by the public. It's not by the election committee. No, it's not by people who are in charge of election. No, the public decide where elections go. Now we all recognize the condition tonight. He said, like I said, I told you previously that. Am I protected? I told you guys previously, if you are open with the constitution, you will know who has the right to do certain things. In this organization, the only people that have the right to make appointments is the executive committee.
I agree with what he said. The executive has the appointment power. However, before they appoint, the board got to approve first. Green Geleo will put names outside without even consulting the board of directors. That is a contravention of the Constitution. But the board of directors, the reason it is not the job description to appoint Electoral Commission. The reason the board did that is because the president is no longer covered by the Constitution. He is no longer, his 3 years expired last year, August. And so the board of directors, according to the Constitution, when their successors are not yet been elected, they take charge of the organization. And it also said that the Constitution also says that when the first three persons of the executive, they are incapacitated, which is the president, the vice president, the secretary. When they are incapacitated, the board should take over. The guys were rather incapacitated by the Constitution last August. The three top persons. So the board now is in charge. So that's why the board did that. It's not because if the president was covered on the Constitution, the board wouldn't do that. But they did. But because the executive does not have the coverage of the Constitution, so they say we are now in charge. We have to appoint the board, the commission, so they can conduct election. Listen.
Oh, so if you know that, what ESOTERIC is doing is illegal and confusion. In that regard, we are not going to Florida. Don't know that the people of Florida should be out of the country.
We are not going to Florida. He said the General Assembly will make the decision. The General Assembly decided the people to go to Florida. Darius said, we are not going. He is the General Assembly now. He's making the call. He is telling us now, the General Assembly decision is not valid anymore. You see how the guy just jump around? He just told her that the General Assembly is the public that makes the decision. The public made a decision that the convention should go to Florida. And you are telling us, no, it cancel. Who canceled it? Darius?
It's out. Unless you want to play game here. If you don't want to recognize that, these are how we are done election committee. We are done election committee. If you want to go to Florida, you guys can go. I'll be out there. I'm not going to Florida go be funny with people.
Yeah, Darius should stay. That's fine. But we have to obey the injunction of the General Assembly. Darius can stay. He doesn't want to go. That's fine. After all, he is not covered by the Constitution anymore. So he's now a treasurer anymore. If he wants to come, fine. If he doesn't, that is fine. But Darius is not going to make the Constitution now. He's not the Constitution of the United States. He's not the General Assembly of the United States Association. The General Assembly decided in North Dakota, and they said the next convention should go to Florida. Darius cannot go on a teleconference and tell us he cancel.
That means we are not going to come outside or lead that convention. But the issue of when ESOTERIC is going to Florida, that means we're not going to Florida. So they decide where convention is going to go. It's all right. Not because Mr. President right? So the where we're going? Is that president right? No. That's all right.
It is not your right as well, Darius. It's not your right to decide where the convention goes. The only time it can be your right when you get to the convention and we all congregate, then we can decide. That means it's the General Assembly, because the Constitution says the people that gather at the convention, they constitute the General Assembly. At that point, not people on a teleconference. There is nothing in your Constitution that says people that gather on teleconference, they equal General Assembly. So stop misquoting the Constitution either. You are not right, and Tapedo is not right. Tapedo is serving in a capacity where she wasn't approved by the board of directors. According to your Constitution, all standing and ad hoc committees members should be forwarded to the board of directors for approval before the president can make an appointment. But the man just contravened, he circumvent every process of the way. He doesn't obey anything. But then the guy, they'll get on the teleconference just say nyama thing to the people at the team without listening.
I will tell you people, you're not a person of people. You guys have a number. Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, the Vice President, please. Mr. President, 43. Okay. Mr. Chairman. Mr.
Okay, let's bring the planning chairman here. The planning chairman, I think it's not Slebby. He's the project man. But let's see. I think Slebby is also on it.
Okay, this is Andrew. Joe, what all you guys are saying that the Election Commission and they're not supposed to plan? While it is true, let us assume tonight in the general meeting, we still want.
So, guys, I want to make a point before. The man that is speaking, he is one of the crafters. He is signatory to the Constitution. Now, Mr. Andrew Sua. Mr. Sua is about to contradict his own words. Just listen to him. He about to say something totally apart from what he put from the book.
For example, we are consulting the president of Iowa whether they feasible or they are ready to host this convention. That's another question.
First thing, you don't decide that on a teleconference, Mr. Secretary. You don't call chapter leaders and say you want to host a convention. That's not how it is settled. It is settled such that when the people gather at the convention, the chapters that want to host the convention, they will come forward. And if there is no contender, let's say one chapter comes out and no contender, by acclamation, that chapter wins to host the next election or next convention. If another chapter comes out, they want to host it, then we'll put it to a vote. But so Mr. Secretary cannot tell us that they will call the chapter for to see whether they want to host the convention. I mean, that's a valid thing to do, but that's not how your process works. So you guys are just doing different things.
What we usually do in the convention is that we ask questions who want to host this convention this year.
Perfect.
And then our chapter will come and say, I want this, I want to host the convention. But in the absence of that, the best that we can do is to ask our planning and the executive firm to set out two different chapters to hear from them.
So the main proposal now is let us two different chapters what they think. So the guys they're writing their own constitution on a teleconference. Where can you reference this in the document that you gave us, Mr. Sua? Where? Can you give us the provision in the document that you gave us that when we get on a teleconference, we should call chapters to decide to ask them whether they want to host convention? Is that what you put in the document for us? No, sir.
In 21, are you guys hold on? Who is able to handle this election community convention this year? Then they will come up to every meeting in 1 week and 2 say, oh, Mr. President, we better have two different states. I don't say they can host it, but Minister said they cannot host it. So they can report to us. Then in our meeting, we can discuss. I said, yeah, gentlemen, she will go to Iowa. Then we can discuss that. But right now, I don't think we can call any child and say, no, they don't go there. I don't think we can do it tonight. We have to first of all get a report from our group. I will find out whether the city will have a convention at that stage. I just want to mention that to all of you tonight. Thank you. Yeah. Mr. President 43.
So the secretary, the people that wrote the Constitution now, he doing totally different thing. The unconstitutional Electoral Commission that Green set up, they should go and conduct survey now to ask members or chapter leaders and see who wants to host it. So right now, Mr. Sua is writing a different constitution of the United Sapos Association, or if you like, the Green Association in the Americas.
Let me come in.
Okay, let's bring on the project man now. That's Sinoe. Let's bring Sinoe on here. He's one of the guys that is signatory to the Constitution. He's one of the writers. So let's listen to him.
I think what you are saying, Mr. Secretary, is true. But a decision to be made mandating the planning committee with a timeline. That's what we're talking about. It can't just be vague. So there should be a timeline.
So now, the one of the signatories to the Constitution is saying, Mr. Secretary, I agree with you, but let should be a timeline. The people that we are sending to do the survey, let it give us a specific timeline when they should report back to us. So in other words, he agreed with the man. They don't want to follow their own constitution, their own document they wrote. They want us to do something different now. Okay? Let the Electoral Commission that is set up conduct a survey to decide which chapter wants to host the convention. Now, Mr. Sinoe is now writing a different constitution of the United Sapos Association. Or, if you like, he is writing a different constitution for the United Green Geleo Association in the Americas. Because this is not a constitution that he gave us. The document, the beautiful document that Sinoe wrote, and Andusua wrote, and Robert Tuba wrote, the guys are now they are doing different things. And then when I see that, then it wants us to put and say, oh, no, I'm not going to leave this. You guys will make sure I will demand that you do the right thing. You use the word mandate. You are now being mandated by that's how you put the esoteric to follow the document that you give me. You don't want me to obey your document and you don't want to obey it? No. You cannot give me your own document and you want me to obey it and you don't want to obey it. The lawmaker will be you obey your own law here. Not lawmaker break your own law. No. You obey your own law. I will compel you to do so.
I think a week from now and 2 weeks from now, the fair committee will get to work. Yeah, as a project man, I don't know, maybe the people are talking together. I say from now on to the 25th, it's even less than 2 weeks. Okay, I just call that date. From now on to the 25th, we'll be able to get some reports and we'll call a meeting at that time. So let you know that this is what happened because.
Okay, so President Geleo said from now to the 25th of this month. I don't know, this month, yeah. So they will be coming up with new 2 chapters. One that will be hosting the convention. So from the 25th, the guys are doing different things. All they are doing now is unconstitutional. They're not following their own document. That the only thing they're doing is oral now. That's why I call it chaos. Because anything that you do without law is chaotic. It's anarchy. And that's why the teleconferences that you've been having, they are now organized. Because it's chaos. The philosophy of chaos is what President Geleo subscribes to.
The coronavirus cases in Minnesota is different from the cases in Iowa and other states. So we're going to determine which one is the lesser area that we can have 200 percent. Don't you think for our 20 a long time looking at what you have on hand?
So if you listen to President Geleo, he said we have to look at a state that has lesser coronavirus cases. Okay? In other words, what he's saying, we can go have convention in the middle of the virus. That's fine. But we should go to an area that have lesser cases. No, there shouldn't be many. We can go. But this is the same man that's saying, you know what? The coronavirus is around. I'm not going to put the people in danger. But he said, you know what? Oh, no. Let's go to a place with less cases. Okay, what is less here? Is that 5, 4, 100, 3,000, 14? What is less? He didn't tell us, but he said less cases. So, Green is a linguistical gymnast. The man just flipping. He's just flipping. And when I say that, they got one British organization. What is wrong? What is going on here? These people will get a job to do. We'll get a job to do. They did a job. They gave out a document. This is why we should be governed. This document will govern us. The guys now, they are saying, we made a law and we break the law. We don't care. Those are our words. But why should I respect you? That's the question I'll be asking. Why should I respect you? If your words that you put on paper, you are now obeying it.
Okay, there are some people here just my brother. That people can work there. Why the vice president? The vice president. Yeah. The vice president. Yeah, so go ahead.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now the vice president is coming on. The breaking news. All right, this is the breaking news coming on here. So we gotta play this again. Ladies and gentlemen, with the power vested in me as the host of Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora, I have the distinguished honor at this point to bring the Honorable former Vice President of the United Southern Association, Honorable President Geleo, about to tenor present his statement of resignation.
Thank you, Mr. President, for giving me the floor. So it is not a matter, am I right? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I want to on my program on the 15th.
Hello?
President. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Vice President, this is other matters. We're almost closing now. All right. I want to thank you too much, and I want to thank all the speakers tonight. I stay on the phone. I was speaking, but I still stay on the phone. For me, I'm not in the business of attacking personality. I attack issues. Having said that, we have been in the conference for a very long time, from 7 down to 11 o'clock. So with all due respect to all of you at the conference, but those of you that are here, I want you to hear me out well.
Okay.
I don't talk on people to disrespect anybody. I will never do it. It's not my character, and I will never do it. The incident that occurred the other time, the previous meeting, I regret it because it's not who I am, but it happened. Even Jesus Christ brings people from the temple sometimes. So it is behind us, but I just wanted the conference to know that I'm not going to jump from my character to jump into something else of which I am not. I want to maintain my professional life. And
thank you, Mr. President.
And it is, and I'm going to remain that way. Having said that,
no, I want to make something clear over there before I go to the resignation statement. So the vice president said he regretted his action. During the prior meeting, he was disrespected by Madam Lisa Farley. Over and over on the teleconference. If you listen to him from his statement right now, he said, I have been attacked, he used a different word, but they were on him all night, disrespecting the man, So the prior meeting, disrespected over Lisa Farley, went on fire, calling him steam mouth and stuff like that. And so being a cool man, at a certain time, you got to lose your cool. And so he went to Chicago on Lisa Farley. Now, if you listen to him, he said, I regret my action. Okay? I regretted my action the other day. He didn't say, I am sorry. Lisa Farley on Facebook and said, God started apologize to me. If you regret the action, the man doesn't say, I'm sorry. Okay, I did something, I regret it. But I'm not saying sorry to you. It's not an apology. So she shouldn't go wrong with that and say, oh, the man apologized to me. Hey, I'm happy. You insulted the man and you want the man to apologize to you. So then listen.
And all the different communities are correct. I think the next thing will be sending me applicants, people who want to vote or people who want different positions.
So the vice president Blono here, when you say all the committees, you said that all the committees are correct. The committees are not correct. They were not appointed constitutionally, so they are wrong. What is not done right is not done at all. That was wrong. All the committees set up, the Electoral Commission, it didn't go through the constitutional process. It didn't go through the veins, the arteries of the Constitution. It has to be, the names got to be submitted to the board of directors for approval before the president can make the appointment. So the committee is wrong.
Well, with all due respect, Mr. President, I enjoy your confidence over the years. If there will be a second term to this administration, if we go to convention in August, I want to give people the chance to flex their muscles. Many people are military people. So I want people to get prepared going forward. I want to say to this conference, and you hear me well, if we will go to convention, or we will not go to convention, be a white ballot or election, I do not wish to seek second term. It's my position, and I want you guys to know that anybody who is interested to start coming in, you need to run it when you need a job. I'm not saying I'm resigning from the question to ask for you to correct that. You don't put the 30 years wrong. I'm not saying I'm resigning, but I said I'm not going to seek second term.
So what is that? I'm not saying I'm resigning, but I'm not seeking second term. What is that? That's resignation. You don't want, if green term is over, and right now you guys are serving in a tentative capacity on your own, and you say I'm going for a second. So green is going for re-election, and you say I'm not going. Somebody wants to come, let it come and flex your muscle. He said I'm resigning. You see the man throw the bomb, but he tried to pacify that. You know the president is a very smart guy. He's a professional man, so he always, when he put in the fire, like those other grew out in the village with the rat, where it bites you, it bites you, they put the air there. So the man bit them. They said, I resign. If you put it there, you will hear agree and say, okay, all right. He can be. So the man say, I'm not going. Anybody who wants to flex their muscle, let it come. So they test their leadership. I'm not going. I'm not running for. I'm not seeking second term. However, I really resign. Yeah, a smart guy, how you can do. When you're in the midst of a puppet, you gotta do. You the puppeteer. You pull the whole way to play. Take it. Listen. They come in cry now. Listen.
You will go from here. So, Mr. President, thank you for the time.
And you also said, when you listen to it, you say, if you are going for second term, if there will be, the man is speaking conditionally, if you will be president next time, because he knows that Green will not win. So he say, if. You don't say when you win, you say, if you win. If you run again, because Green are coming to Florida. So if you win, if you go to convention, if we don't go, I'm not seeking re-election. However, I'm not resigning.
Thank you. I said, people are going to interpret that in many ways, but I'm going to stand here in this minute tonight to inform the SAP about it. That you will not be seeking for re-election. It is almost like resigning your post because we have the confidence report in you.
I mean, it's not almost the man resign. He just don't want you. I mean, he just did that so he can, he pacify you small, but he resigned already.
And we trust you, and we still believe that we can all work together to complete our second term. But anyway, that's fair enough. Thank you for letting us know that the bodies on the company are well, that we're seeking second term. The vice president is not going to be along with us. And thank you so much. All of you on the conference, thank you tonight for expressing your view. Like I said, we will be having the convention. People will be telling us the possibility of that. But don't make no mistake that all of the projects that we took from Liberia will all be implemented, and will be the first on our to-do list.
Okay, all of the projects, Green talking, all of the projects we took from Liberia, they will all be implemented. Guess what? Those projects were not approved by the General Assembly of the United Sapota Association. Those projects you're talking about in Liberia, those are things that they put together themselves. So Green is telling you all the projects we took from Liberia, everything on our to-do list, and we'll implement everything. So you see the chaos the man is bringing in the organization. We did not approve any project that the guy's talking about when they took from Liberia. Okay? He said all the projects we took from Liberia, we implement everything. But who gave you the authority to implement those things? Who agreed upon it? When you went to Liberia, well, and we look at those Vera programs, the people did not ask you for anything. There is not a single tip when they went to Liberia where President Geleo, the people say one palava hot. No, they didn't make no request to him. After all, when you reached in the capital city of Joazon, the people went on the farm. Because first of all, they did not inform the people that they were coming. So the people they were going on the farm. He was in the car. It was one lady, he himself. Now the woman rescued him, the world stopped to the woman's house. The president of the Sapo people came from America. He went there and the people, one person want to rescue you. And you are saying that during your speech, oh, we are not angry, why you're dead to us? And you turn around and say, the single people want that's a quarter, the Weah people want that's a quarter, the Pan Temple. So all the project we took from Liberia will implement everything. Now, Green talking to you, not me. So you just heard the man talking on the teleconference there. So you are in.
Again, thank you so much.
He said the project that we approved by the General Assembly of the United Sapota Association in the Americas is the one we took from Liberia. Okay? Let me bring it back a little bit so you can hear you.
Inform the Sapo body that you will not be seeking for re-election. It is almost like resigning your post because we have a confidence report in you and we trust you and we still believe that we can all work together to complete our second term. But anyway, that's fair enough. Thank you for letting us know that the bodies on the conference they are well that we're seeking second term. The vice president is not going to be along with us. And thank you so much. All of you on the conference, thank you tonight for expressing your view. Like I said, we will be having the convention. People will be telling us the possibility of that. But don't make no mistake that all of the projects that we took from Liberia will all be implemented and will be the first on our to-do list. Again, thank you so much for the time. God bless you and have a good night.
Okay, make no mistake. All the projects we took from Liberia will be on our to-do list. All right? Is that what people, I mean, all I do is just a messenger. I just bring the message to you. I am the interpreter of the message. I am the conduit through which you receive the message. And so, you are heard from the people. You are on the voice of Sinoe in the diaspora, we're esoteric. So you heard the voices of the people. They are spoken. You out there now, you can make your decision. Who is the problem in the union? Is that the board of directors? Or what you just heard on the teleconference? You decide. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Delaware Valley chapter, this Sunday is our meeting. And so we'll be meeting at the residence, the beautiful abode or domicile of Winning Massacre. Yeah, we'll be going to be winning place for our monthly meeting. We'll be there. It will be jam-packed. We'll have our reporters there. They will bring the event, the meeting live to the people that we are getting ready for the 2021 August convention in Florida. We'll do that. You know, Delaware Valley chapter, we are known for energizing the union. And so we'll be there this coming Sunday. It's our meeting starting at 5 p.m. You got to be to Winnings Place. I will send out the text message sooner rather than later. You'll get it, so we can be there to discuss the forward march of our chapter, by extension, the forward march of our union. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you for joining Voice of Sinoe. We'll have other things, but will be postponed to our next show. And I want to thank you so much. Let me see some of your comments here before I let you go for the night. I'll just review some of your comments and we'll be out for the night. There you have it. And you got to follow Voice of Sinoe. You get everything that you can be missing. I will break it down. I'll bring it to you. You hear the people themselves talking. You got to follow Voice. Yes. You hear the people themselves talking. All right, so let me look at some of your comments and I will call it a night. So let me see what trending here. What I was talking. Gus always talk with real sense. Yeah, he does. And then Milton also said the resignation of the vice president is long overdue, but came too late. Yeah, late is better than never, sir. He still did the right thing. I wouldn't encourage him to stay on board. I'm watching live from Pennsylvania, or Painesville. Is that what? Painesville, Minnesota? Is that Painesville over there? All right. It's watching, Claro. How you doing, sir? Thanks for watching the show. Let's see. Let me see the other station. Milton. Those that want to stay away from the convention can go to work. The General Assembly agreed that our convention is going to Florida in August 7th weekend. Okay, that's it. Let me see what trending here again. Welly George, the Queen, and the First Lady of the Florida chapter said, "Thank you, my brother. You spoke well." I don't know which one of the brothers you are referring to. Let's see, Aloysius. Where Aloysius said here, the man that they put in place of the great progressive. The progressive resigned. The vice president resigned. The Babel Aloysius said he still wants to be Electoral Commission. He want to be secretary for great unconstitutional Electoral Commission. You serious, comrade? You better consider following the step of those great men. Those great men, they resign. And you want to still be there, come on, start wasting your energy, brother. Yeah. So my man said the construction. Is that the Constitution? You always say that, okay, I think the Constitution is not really clear to some definitions. Hope we can have some amendments in transition of power in time of crisis. Okay. Yeah, you'll come to Florida and we'll work on anything you have problem with. You'll come to Florida, we'll fix those things. Yes. The Constitution is a living document. So that means we can change it, to keep up with current realities, Let's see. Good for now. Sound is good. For the past 5 minutes, we couldn't hear you. Okay. Yeah, that was then. Sorry, guys. All right, so those are the comments. All right, those are the comments I'm seeing right now. And that is it for the night. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk to you again next show on the Voice of Sinoe. Let me play, I can do. I've been putting it. I've been making some people very. I say, Blende. I Blende. I say, Cheraji. We say, Fonaji.
Assemblée, a problème, tout ça dit non. A dit non, a diable, tout ça dit non. A dit non, a problème, tout ça dit non. Assemblée, a diable, tout ça dit non. I'm on delivery, I said I get it. Delivery. peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together. Watch out, we want peace and unity. Watch out, we always come together. Love is the reason why we live. Love is the only thing that brings us together.
Amundemune, ase chelagio. Ase fonagio, ase chelagio, ase chelagio. Asa blindeo, asa blindeo, asa blindeo. Asa delio, asa tabata delio, asa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for following the Voice of Sinoe in the diaspora, where dark side put the esoteric, half a supercalifragilistic espialidocious night, and I will talk to you again.